Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Positive Glad, and welcome now for a very, very special Austrian Grand Prix. This is the Thursday night Division 2. We have ourselves a stacked full lobby, guys, no reserves. Literally everybody in the right cars. So, starting tonight from the top, we have Cold Ninja, we have Jockey, Skilly and King, Chris Rara, Became Ninja, Dark Mark, Forrester, Twisted, Dolby, Vemmans, Liam Ardman, Shiny Shoes 15, Bill Jizz, Bishadino, Stocky, Raikkonen Forever, Rashi, Jono and Rufio. And your man, Positive Glad, live on the comms. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? We are just basically waiting now for Raikkonen Forever to get himself ready up. He may have to back out potentially here. And then basically, hashtag PMS is Skilly, and I back you there, my man. We have ourselves Raikkonen Forever, potentially maybe leave the lobby and then come back for Q1. Hopefully, if someone could just commute that with him. Or compute that with him, that'll be ideal. So, ladies and gentlemen, after a thrilling first race this season, Vulcan, of course, who was a reserve, ended up taking the maximum points, so we will have a new Thursday night winner, ladies and gentlemen. Ego Rising, hey Pause, how you doing, man? It is Jay Newts. I'm pretty good, buddy. Hey Newts, give me and you playing Strictly Come car dancing in Austria, ironically, ended up helping me grab a win. I wasn't able to improve on that particular lap, so it made me go back into the pits, and there we go. Jockey saying, alright, pause, how's it going? Guys, can somebody let Raikkonen know? Just tell him to leave the lobby and come back in for the start of quali 1, please. If that's okay, then we'll get rolling. So, Austria, 9 corners, 36 laps. My personal favourite track on this game, just simply because of the kind of manner of it. It's just so free-flowing and attack-minded. And, you know, even though there is only really, I'd probably say 2 legitimate overtaking opportunities on the entire track, you can probably do moves around every corner if you have the balls to do it. And hopefully we do see these guys do this evening. Right, can somebody please let Raikkonen know that he's currently dragging proceedings on ever so slightly. We're still waiting to go. He needs to kind of either pick his tyres or leave the lobby. That is Psycho, yes, certainly. Dolby says, evening, Pause, thank you very much. Hope for a good show here. You get nothing but the fucking best for me. Here we go, guys. So Raikkonen has left. And now everybody's doing spinny disc, which is... yeah, okay, that makes fucking sense. So Raikkonen's left, yeah, he can get himself back in. If you guys can bring Raikkonen back in for me, just any one of you, just before you go out on track, I'll be greatly appreciated. Just simply an invite will be the way to do it. So oh, fucking unbelievable, it's rated. Holy fucking moly. Right, okay, so... intermediate tyres. It is then, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a wet qualifying. There's obviously a favourite for this particular time, and that will be Cold Ninja. Or Ninja, or yeah, he is Cold Ninja tonight. He's got his Cold Ninja tag back. And we're going to go and get the full track map up and hide that little bar there. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, all 20 cars here, all 10 teams represented twice over. The championship leader, Vulcan, of course, who is technically a reserve, which means the championship leader, Cold Ninja, 18 points. He is here, of course, in attendance in the No Point Racing. Personally, guys, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe we actually have a competition tonight. Well, I believe I may have, actually. Let me just double check. I'm not sure if I actually... I'll need to have a look in my mystical drawer to see. I don't think I actually have the Game Pass code on me, but it is just a standard Game Pass code this week. I'll tell you what then, guys. Yeah, we'll do it. For now, we're going to go in with our second competition of RRF1's Rebirth, Cold Ninja, the first guy out on track. So, guys, let us know who you think the winner of the race is going to be. Put hashtag comp and the guy who you predict to be the winner. I'll be screenshotting all the results, and hopefully you guys who are in the chat can also, you know, remind me of who it is. So hashtag comp with who you think it'll be. RF1 Elite, how you doing, buddy? You man's giving it a solo blast tonight. I'll be all good, don't you worry about it. Cold Ninja then, first one round. As you see here, the name that I aptly named back in 2017, Bollock 1. If you have a look on the mini-map, it does look like the shape of a testicular sac, which is a very, very true point. We do have Vemmans, of course, back in. This is Vemmans' debut in the main season. We're going to go... So, Elite... Dolby saying Bilges for the win. So, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on that one. Right, you are then. So, Bilges. So, Dolby's said Bilges going to grab the win. Bilges, of course... got himself a very, very nice podium, 3rd position last week, of course. So, Cold Ninja, we're going to go on board with Ninja for a lap of the Red Bull Austria A1 Österreich Bollock ring. Okay, so Cold Ninja taking it very, very precautious at the moment. So he is... I'll just move this. Just going to move this on the floor, babe. I'll put it back up when I thing, okay? How do I do that? Oh, that switch. Yeah, that'll probably be the on and off switch, most likely. Right, so yeah, Cold Ninja, of course, get himself a purple first sector, get ourselves cracking, and it looks like it's going to maintain one, so he just... on there. Yeah, okay. Right, and so 10 V's guys, thank you very much for watching. So we have got Cold Ninja then flying down towards turn 3. Very, very tricky corner to get right, this especially in the rain. Oh, we see the ABS being off there for Ninja. I have actually got only a black screen on my tablet, so I'm literally going to be looking eyes on the TV for tonight. So Cold Ninja, come around block 1, here we go then. So my kind of thing is, even in the dry, you can't go around it flat, or you're just going to end up running a little bit wide, potentially invalidating a lap. Well, that's a pretty nice start at 50.3. You're going to probably imagine this will be beaten. Cold Ninja's obviously only on his first little run here, running on kind of the hot lap ERS. I almost lost my words there. Vemans has dropped back quite away from him, so this is going to be the first time lap then of this Thursday night league. Here we go then. Cold Ninja, what can you do? You're going to be probably looking around about a pole time being around about a 1 minute 12, 1 minute 13. Cold Ninja gets himself in with a 1 minute 13.4. Very, very nice start here, because Vemans then from just behind, coming around the final corner. It's going to be a little bit further back. He's also 1 minute 14.9, currently 1.5 seconds back. We've got ourselves a Haas of Forest to come around. That is an invalidated time, which means we have the McLaren of Harman. He's actually entering a lap. We do have the Red Bull of Skillian, who gets himself in with a 16.0. Nice iron lap there. And we've got Dark Mark, who's come around to complete his lap. Dark Mark messaged me privately today and said he felt quietly confident at 1 minute 14.969, right on the arse of Vemans, the Alfa Romeo of Jockey. Coming around then, here we go. He's the next car round. Jockey gets himself in with a 1 minute 14.2, currently provisional second position. A bit of a bridge of a gap there. We got, I believe, the Mercedes of Shiny Shoes comes in with a 17.0. McLaren then of Jono. Let's see what he can do. Jono expect to do good things here. 1 minute 14.4. Red Bull of Bill just come around. Dolby's favourite to win. 1 minute 15.3, and the Racing Point coming through as well. Bish comes across the line and hits it in with a 1 minute 15.0. The Haas car of Became Ninja is actually next round. Goodness, we haven't done one of these for ages. I'm having a whale of a time. Here goes Became Ninja coming across the line now. What will Became Ninja do? One of the favourites for last week, of course. I think it was P8 at the moment. 1 minute 15.4. Expecting improvement from him with the Rashi, with the Taurus of Dolby, not Rashi, coming through. And I believe that Renault of Vemans is actually going again. 1 minute 14.9 to beat. That's a quicker time from Vemans. Just a slightly quicker, no position improvement. 1 minute 14.5. The Haas car of, I believe that is someone coming through. Forrester, sorry, he did invalidate. And Liam Harman gets himself just ahead of Forrester, 1 minute 15.2. The Red Bull of, I believe that was Skilling 15.4, no improvement there. The Renault, Raikkonen Forever just starting his flying lap. That is a Ferrari of Rufio. He was quite competitive last week, of course. Had a bit of trouble in the rain with his teammate Rara. Those teams seem like a very, very feisty, fiery sort of thing. Cajun, hey, Stocky. So Vemans for the win. Very, very interesting. So Stockman saying Vemans for the win. Stocky says Elite. Should be interesting. So we've got ourselves some predictions already. When it fills up the first screen, I will grab a little screenshot. So Rumble with Vemans are going to have a look to see. Oh, we've got a McLaren coming around. That is, I believe, Jono again. Jono is, well, probably doing a sort of lap time that I'd probably do at this very moment in time. Gets himself, well, I think he's just going to be restarting his lap here or get himself off of the fire. So Dolby coming around then. Dolby said he'd been getting on practice today. Hopefully Dolby will make perfect for him. Currently going to be the slowest time on track, but he is going to go again. There you go, 1 minute 18.7. The Haas car of Raikkonen. Is it Raikkonen Forever or is it? No, it's not. Who the bleeding knows in the Haas? Became Ninja. 15.4. That was a little bit of a wind down lap. We've got the other Haas in of Forrester. Keep saying Raikkonen Forever. So I've got Raikkonen on the brain, man. Oh, forgive me, guys. Forrester goes 9th with 1 minute 15.0. Second Renault. This is Raikkonen Forever. I fucking hope. Yeah, it is. Here we go. We finally found him. Here we go. 118.6, just about pipping Mr. Dolby for 14th place. Ferrari of Rufio, that I believe is a slow lap, and Raikkonen Forever is already invalidated at the first corner, so that is not ideal in any sense of the word. Shiny Shoes then is also invalidated. He'll be going again. The Red Bull of Bilges is actually going again. He's 10th down. Will he be able to make up the time in the last sector? He's on a high ERS. He's pushed to overtake. Is he going to be able to do anything? 4/10 off his lap time, so unfortunately not able in that sense. The next Toro also come round. Oh, Rashi didn't complete his lap because obviously of the invalidation. We'll go back on Dolby to see if he's pushing. Dolby, forgive me there, guys. I'm snorting like a fucking pig. Why not? Dolby coming to the pits. He doesn't think he can improve. We've got the Haas car then of Became Ninja going slow. Is he going to? No, that's a pit stop there for Ninja, I'd imagine. No, it's not. He's going to be going again. So I believe we have Became Ninja in this intermediate, well, in this rainy qualifying session. King Chris, of course, making his debut. Just wanted to shout out. These are the guys that I'm going out. Stocky, of course, who's being picked by Elite for the victory. And ironically, Stocky, aka Stockman, has got himself picking Vemans. Pretty interesting picks. Nobody's picked Cold Ninja yet, but we'll have to. Sure, you'll be a little bit surprised by that fact. We've got Raikkonen Forever coming around the final corner. Of course, he did invalidate his first corner. which luckily won't be this and next lap invalidated. So Raikkonen forever come around, got the racing point then. I believe that is Bichedinho gone out, and Raikkonen forever really is not going to improve on this watch out the racing line. Oh, Raikkonen, you got to watch out, man. Watch out for the rejoins, brother. Watch out for the rejoins. Maybe a little bit unsighted there by Bish. That'll be, oh, it was called Ninja actually, so called Ninja was actually on a lap. So Ninja there having his lap time kind of voided a bit there by Raikkonen, just kind of flicked the car a little bit, possibly should have waited a couple more seconds just to be able to kind of get called Ninja and allow him to be able to move forward. Ninja currently is fastest, and we have guys on the soft tyres, so potentially maybe showing us something here. The jockey's switched over to the soft tyre, but is it just really to see how the delta is? It doesn't look like the rain has stopped yet. In fact, it is stopping. You can see clearly on Raikkonen Forever's car, I was just seeing became Ninja on his 4th lap on the tyres. Moves himself up into P3, became Ninja, showing some of the potential that he did show in the earlier rounds. Loadman, evening brother, shame you're not on mic, mate. We would have had a hashtag PMS admin comms, but it's all good, my man. Elite did offer as well, but I thought, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go solo, why the fuck not? So we're going to go on board with Stocky then. He's currently just exited turn 1, not an invalidation for him. Look it over on a broadcast mode, give you guys a lovely scenic view of the Alfa Romeo Loman. Nightmares for you and the hashtag PMS call. We're doing that again very soon. Right, so here comes Stocky coming around the first corner. So I didn't actually see that first sector because I can't even look back at it because I'm on a fucking black screen. Why not? A yellow flag in sector 2. That is, I believe, the Toro Rosso of Rashi. I think it is. No, it's not. It's the other Toro of Dolby. Both guys on outlaps. Wow, lovely jubbly. What do you even have to do? It was like a beef stew, whatever. Beef casserole. Oh, did you? I'm probably lucky I didn't have the pasta. I would have been too full to enjoy the beef and the sweet corn on the spuds. She raised her eyebrows at me, guys. She doesn't like the word spud. Mind you, I didn't say bacon butty this time, and if you throw something that way, so it's fine. Here we go then, guys. Right, so we've got ourselves 11 views, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. Stocky coming around the second to last corner. One of the McLarens getting out of the way. I believe that was Harman getting out of the way. Jono, you see Jono on his flying lap. Harman getting nicely out of the way for him. Stocky not really enjoying these conditions, at least for the first part of it, but he gets himself in cheeky with a cheeky 1 minute 15.6, latches onto the back of the 15s. I'm assuming we're going to see Stocky going a little bit quicker. Now we're going to hop up to Rashi. There are other guys doing lap times. I'm going to have a look at that racing point come around. I think that is actually called Ninja on his, in effect, 3rd lap. Let's have a quick look here then. It is Cold Ninja then, goes with a 1 minute 12.8. That is a marker set down, but guys, it has stopped raining. It has stopped raining. You all want to get in yourselves into the pits, getting your tyres changed, and there's going to be an absolutely fucking mad dash at the end of the session. So I'm going to actually go, I'm going to stay on board with Rashi, but keep an eye on Jono's time and the Red Bull, I believe, of Skillian, is that? Quote me, happy people. It is not. It's the Red Bull of Bilges on our lap, so we can focus now on Rashi's timed lap. Dolby and Raikkonen need to do something special, but obviously the rain has stopped. The track is on the process of drying up very quickly, and we just seen Jono going with the 1 minute 14.3. That is probably the last competitive intermediate time you are going to see. Bilges coming around to complete his outlap. Rashi, what can he do? Rashi's been an ever-improving driver ever since the initial days of RRF1. Huge steps, of course. He had that mad Singapore race where he almost won it, and Rashi puts himself in a very competitive 6th position. Of course, this may all change, and probably will all change, as we see teammate Dolby come round to complete his lap. Dolby seems to be struggling a little bit today. He will be struggling now, but he has actually managed to pit Raikkonen forever. Well done. There's still a little bit of time. They'd only a 10th off. As you see here, Twisted, Rara and King Chris, are they waiting for the dries? I believe it will dry up enough. Cold Ninja then just siphoning his way slowly back to the pitch. You can see Jockey, Rufio, Bichedinho and Forrester all there waiting to have their moment to go. Raikkonen Forever's gone out on outlap. You probably expect him to come back into the pits here. No, he is going for it. I mean, it pretty much is the state of DRS. There is still spray on the tyres, so DRS wouldn't be officially enabled until that spray disappears. He'll need to stay off the racing line then. So, do you know what? We're going to focus a bit on Raikkonen Forever on this lap. A 1 minute 18.6. He's got worlds of time he can improve in. That's a pretty good first corner. Of course, he did just get in the way of Cold Sneaky, even though Cold went and ended up doing, or Cold Ninja, sorry. I've called that many fucking names. The artist formerly known as .com. Bill just come around here. He's coming into the pits. I think Raikkonen, he's just going to see if he can drop a little improvement on the inters. It's currently half a second up, so he's going to be looking around about Mr. Dolby's time if he keeps that sort of consistent level of pace up. Looking probably to get himself into the 16s initially, of course. But King Ninja's going out on the inters again. I think that's a bit of a risk. I think it will dry up before the end of the session. Casino, I believe that is Dartmark. I think, no, sorry, Stocky switching over to the softs now as well, waiting for their moment. I think Became Ninja's just kind of giving it a little bit of a tester on in the interscene, how the tyre temps are looking. It may be one of them scenarios where the crossover hits right at the end of the session, even though, I've got to be honest, guys, it is looking bleeding bone dry. Raikkonen is going to go quicker if he can keep this last couple of corners up. This is going to be incredibly difficult. Skillian might want to get off the hard tyres. I was going to say, you don't really want to look at putting the hard tyres on a session like this. Gold Ninja into the pits, he's having a little bit of a look here. Of course, the official championship leader, of course, Vulcan, is technically leading the championship. Raikkonen runs a little bit wide at the final corner. This is going to be a big improvement. Is he going to be able to get Dolby? He does, and he actually moves above the drop zone. Well done there, Raikkonen. 15th for now, of course. The guys are all looking to go on the soft tyre. They'll be waiting for the opportune moment then, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe we've got a couple of entries into the competition. Now, I don't actually have the Game Pass code physically to hand, but I do have it in the cupboard somewhere. I'll be able to pull it out for you if anybody does win that competition. Of course, to predict the race winner, then we will, of course, be able to provide you with that. Right, so we just simply have Became Ninja, who is actually on a lap. I'm going to see how he's doing. This is pretty much dry now. Will Became Ninja optimise the off-the-line route? He's actually going quicker. And there's DRS enabled. You may as well pull your laps, guys, and get yourself back in. And there we go. Already, the Alfa Romeo, I believe that is Stocky, has come out on track. Is that a bit early? Ninja's just going to complete his lap. He's not giving himself much of a chance. Oh, yeah, wow. Well, that is a late move. Not kind of following the track guidelines, but I guess it is just about forgivable. Will Stocky regret going out a little bit earlier on? Good decision by Ninja, by the way, just to throw that out there. Really, really top decision. Not getting himself completing the lap. It would have been a minimal improvement anyway, and you know, obviously with the likes of all the other cars, they are going to all wait the last time. So we are going to focus our attention on Stocky, the man, of course, who, as you guys know, Elite has picked to win, so a little bit more added pressure for him anyway. We've got a couple of guys going on outlaps. King Chris is entering the fray for the first time of the new RRF1. Do you know what? That corner makes it look like people fucking fly off in the background. Look at it. Good grief. Stocky then is the first person around on this outlap. Of course, I had a thrilling few days, man. I ended up winning the Tuesday race, which was madness. Dolby's last session, guys, please. If somebody can bring him back in. Well, Dolby, I know you are watching the chat, mate. Just jump in off my name if you can, please, and take back over your car. I'd be gutted if you do get knocked out in this session. Stocky not finding much grip here, and that, I believe, will be a shutdown of this lap. To be fair, you'll probably still be able to beat the intertimes, but I wouldn't really want to do that. Stocky, in fact, he's losing out on his intermediate time. The next car round is the Toro Rosso that is still in the session, and the guys are pouring out of the pitch. You guys have got to be careful. Watch yourselves, get yourself a bit of space on track. Watch out for fast cars, get yourselves off the racing line. That is the way to do it and the way forward. So here we go then. Let's have a little bit of a watch on how we are now. So we have got, I'm going to focus now on Rashi, because you know Stocky may improve his lap, but it will not be to the full potential of it. The guys going at the very, very last second, they're going to be the ones who get themselves right up there. So here we go. We've got a yellow flag there. I think that is one of the cars. I think that's the Haas car getting out of the way of the fast-moving Rufio. And it is. So, of course, Rashi gets himself a purple sector. Rashi will see his name at the top of the timesheets, followed immediately around by Bilges, of course. He's currently going around as well. Skillian, these guys are leaving it late. I was going to say, they're all leaving it late to go out on track. The Williams then, Stocky does go with a 12.4. You're going to see that absolutely bitch slapped here now by Rashi first of all. Bilges coming across the line then. What can he do? He's going to beat a 109.5. He doesn't beat Rashi. Interesting. Twisted come around from his outlet. No, it wasn't. It was Shiny Shoes with a 1 minute 12.4. Also very, very close times here. McLaren of, I believe that is Hardman. Yep, he's coming to start his lap. The 2 racing points are not on flyers, so that will leave us with Rufio. He's in the back end, not really out of shape, but just kind of catching it at the same time. Ferrari with a double points haul last week. Let's see what Rufio can do. I think it's very well with the quickest time of the session, 1 minute 9.2. We have ourselves the Haas of Vemmans starting his lap. We have the Renault of Raikkonen forever, I believe. Unless that is Vemmans, we'll double check. It is Vemmans. Caught up there, and Vemmans goes with a 1 minute 8.7. These times are going to be crushing down now. Jockey starts his outlap. Rara starts his flying lap. Sorry, they're all starting flying laps. The outlap, sorry, Raikkonen forever starts his. We've got the Alfa Romeo. I believe that is of Stocky. who's going again. It's looking like a much better time here. Stocky puts it into P2, 1 minute 9.1. These times will, of course, continue to drop. Dolby's jumped in. Unfortunately, he is knocked out of qualifying, getting back in too late in the session. Skilly in there. Oh, Bill just goes 1 minute 8.5. The Williams then, I believe that was Dark Market. I believe that was Shiny Shoes going P3. Nice to see him performing better than did last week. Liam Harmon goes fastest by the 1 minute 8.4. Times are going to be fucking dropping at a rate of knots. Cold Ninja then 3.4 seconds up on his time. Bish goes across the line 5th. Cold Ninja sets a 1 minute 7.5. Cheeky little bit of a toe there helping him too. And God, this time's coming in all over the fucking place. Rufio goes P2. Jesus Christ, I can't keep up with this shit. Jono then goes 1 minute... Oh, no, Hardman goes P3. 1 minute 8.4. The Haskar of... I believe that was... Became Ninja got second. 1 minute 7.7. Renault then of Raikkonen Forever coming across the line. What can he do? He doesn't improve. I think that may have been an invalidation. Jockey goes P... Well, Rara comes across 1 minute 7.6. Jockey in P12. He's completed his time. I believe we've got the Renault then. That is Raikkonen Forever, and he's invalidated. Raikkonen Forever, a 1 minute 8.3. That would have been enough for P5. And he does go out. Twisted goes across line P4, so he gets through. Rara's just chopped at the inside of an AI there. The Williams of King... Dark Mark goes fastest, 1 minute 7.3. Skillian followed him immediately. I believe that Shiny Shoes getting P9. The Red Bull of Bilges, I believe, comes into the pits. Will he get through even? King Chris then, look, I'm watching the AI. What am I doing watching the fucking AI? King Chris goes into P8. Good qualifying session there from the Williams. Bichadinho needs a lap here. He looks like he's improving and does. Goes P3. We've got the Haas car then of Forrester. What can Forrester do in the background? Forrester... And I believe, oh God, this car's fucking everywhere. Jono goes fastest, 1 minute 6.8. Rara goes into P8. Rufio goes P2, 1 minute 6.9. And I believe there's a Renault still going round. That's Vemans, I think, isn't it? Oh, that's an AI car, okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what a qualifying. Rashi is pretty much done then. Rashi's gone. Rashi's eliminated, as is Stocky. The two guys who set their times first are eliminated from quad. And big, hairy jockey's gone. That's a shock from the jock. Jockey last week putting in a stellar performance, and he's ever improving in qualifying, is out in Q1 round Austria. Not only is he out, he's on the second to last row 9 P18. His own choice of tyre being the only saving grace. That's a bit of a shock there, ladies and gentlemen. Jockey going out. Stocky also going out. Oh, bloody hell, what a qualifying that ended up being. Just, that was a bit too fucking thick and fast to follow. What a fucking end of that qualifying that was. Evening there, Redman. Lucky tonight, last night, mate. I think you had a collision with Becca. Fingers crossed we can get ourselves back. Well, get yourself back up into top form, of course. Your race is, I believe, Monday. So, what a bleeding mad end to qualifying that was. We got Jono taking the top spot in the end, being one of the last cars to cross the line, taking advantage of 106.8, 106.9 Rufio, looking very competitive here. Dark Mark, third position, first race, first full time on the wheel. P3, so we've got Skillian and the two racing points of Bish and Cold. We've got Forrester, Rara, Vemans, Twisted, and Bill just sneaking through, by the way. Stocky getting eliminated then, of course, and Jock, Raikkonen, and unfortunately Dolby, who disconnected and didn't get a chance to even run in that session, all eliminated. Bilges, of course. Look how close it is, 1.7 seconds between the top 15, with a little bit of closeness. But now let's see what people's true pace really is. We know that strategies can come in all different shapes and sizes: soft, medium, soft, hard, medium, hard. The reversal of all three of those. We have ourselves a potential dry session here, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be bringing you uninterrupted coverage. I'll be going for a quick smoke at the probably at the end of Q3. Actually, I think I'll drop a smoke this time. Give myself a little bit longer. Right, so here we go then. Vemans, who is going to be first on track? Vemans is top of the list, of course. She's having the, I believe, the lowest driver number. As of course, the driver number of the lowest value, of course. So guys, 16 viewers, thank you very much for tuning in this evening. Anybody who hasn't followed, be sure to do so. And we are going to be rolling live in the club. We've got a Racing Point currently coming out on track. There is a Williams also. Is the Williams going to get past him? It's not. So the Racing Point then, I believe that is of Cold Ninja again. Once again, the first car round. So he, of course, is going to be setting the pace. Let's get all the deltas back on here and the datas. Here we go. So Ninja got out on the hard, just having a look, getting his eye in. I believe that the Williams is just behind him with Dark Mark on the softs. Interesting. Dark Mark going straight in there. And the interesting thing is, guys, Austria being such a short track, usually on like a long track like a Belgium or, you know, just the name, obviously I'm not like giving a synonymous thing, or a Singapore, for example, you know, mediums and hards, etc., you can probably get away with running qualifying things because the cars are so spaced together in terms of their times. You find it increasingly difficult, and there goes Sneaky letting Dark Mark go, obviously being on the softer tyre, using his brain there. But we're going to focus now on Dark Mark. Guys, beginning to pull up. But yeah, what I was going to say, really, I'm fucking interrupting myself here, Jesus. I'm too busy interrupting everyone else. I'm not done solo for about 2 years, so this is feels like a career mode episode, this. Just have to speak a bit more. But yeah, basically, with the tyres, etc., if somebody goes on a soft tyre who's going to be very competitive, then you know it's going to be one of them things that, oh shit, I'm going to have to, like, for me, yesterday, in the Austrian Grand Prix, we all had to bite the bullet and go across. That is Ricky Spanish 93. Ricky, if you go on to, if anyone in the chat could possibly post a link to our group, Ricky, get yourself known, mate. Get yourself added. We're on Facebook. A fucking catch flew past me, fucking retard. Big off. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Ricky, get yourself on the group. I'll play with you. Give the ball. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Ricky. Sorry, I got a bit distracted by the cat playing ball. Yes, my cat plays fetch. But yes, yeah, Ricky, get yourself in on the group. We there you go. Jockey just dropped the link for you there, mate. Get yourself involved. Do a track trial tomorrow night. So get yourself in, get yourself involved. Call Ninja going quicker. I think Dark Mark, is he involved at his time? Let's have a look. Look at that. No, he's not involved. He must just made a mistake. Dark Mark making a bit of a mistake there. Going again though. Cold Ninja then coming across the line. Then he's given the first one through after all. Dark Mark didn't want the glory. Cold Ninja's invalidated, so we're going to go back to fucking Dark Mark. So 1 minute 6.1 on the hards. That is a rather tasty lap time there. Dark Mark did him. Oh, he's pitting. Dark Mark pits. So we do have the Mercedes of Twisted. It's not. It's the other one. Shiny Shoes coming across, and he is just starting his flyer. We've got the Haas car of Forrester getting first man to draw blood. 109.0. On the hards, we're going to go on board with Twisted then, who's invalid. He's like, well, someone give me a fucking lap to commentate on. Jesus, thank you, Became Ninja. I can always rely on you on the Haas car. Ah, yeah, man. Ricky, get yourself involved, man. Yeah, Shiny Shoes. Obviously in this league. So Ricky will know. And that is, well, to be fair, Became Ninja always wanted to come into the pits anyway. I called that before it even happened. Fucking hell, track's still a little bit greasy from Q1. As you can quite clearly see, guys, get this video shared. Let's get this fucking shit up to 20 views. Come on, where the fuck are you all? Come on, let's get to 20 views again. Let's go back to the olden days. King Chris coming around, then he's on his outlap. He's on the mediums. All 3 tyre compounds being used and abused at the moment. Twisted already used a set of softs. Became Ninja with sliding catch of the day. Kind of awesome there. So, right, coming through. And that is, of course, Rivio with a cheeky little pip of a sector. Only one timed lap been set so far. I believe that's Twisted with a... Oh no, Shiny Shoes was on a lap, forgive me. I was looking at the wrong part of the track, like always. Forrester gets 1 minute 7.5, Shiny Shoes 7.1. The Red Bull of Skillian 2 laps in. Double invalidation, not what you want to hear. Cold Ninja has... his lap time's invalidated in the pits. Not sure if he crossed the pit line, of course. So who's coming around next? We've got the Mercedes in. Oh, Twisted, is he going to be going again? This is Twisted flying lap. This should be an easy P1 being in the... I was going to say on the Merc, but I'm not that biased. Fuck it, yeah, I am. Twisted gets across the line. Obviously, Merc have had a pretty good week this week. Myself and Sam Tabnett getting ourselves some good results. We do a combined constructors here. If anyone's wondering why I'm saying that, Rufio comes across the line and he goes in P2 with 1 minute 6.3. Very, very, very solid lap. Williams then... of King Chris. Williams of Williams. Hey, buzzing. Back with Uncle Frank after all these years. He knows what I'm on about. King Chris comes across the line. P2. Ooh, that cough was nice. Ew, lovely. Coming across, yep, and here comes Shiny Shoes then. Oh, he validated that could be it's the next lap in validation. We'll stick on board with him briefly before going back to Forrester and the Red Bull of Skillian. That could be listen, next lap it's not, so we can go straight away. Forrester comes into the pit, so he's left us with MD Skillian, who was invalidated again 3 times in a row. 3 laps in a row. Bilge is, of course, on an outlap. The next car round is... there's no point following him there. Became Ninja is the next car. He's on an outlap. We've got Bish. He's on an outlap. Remember, guys, the top 10 go through, bottom 5 go out. Hopefully we get no AI bullshit. If AI cars crash, they literally all go out of qualifying, and it is a complete fucking shit show when it happens. Yes, I swore, bite me. That is Became Ninja getting out of the way of Bish, maybe looking for a potential tow here off the Racing Point car. And 1 podium, of course, for Racing Point this season in Division 2. That was Cold, grabbing a P2 behind the deputising Vulcan. Vulcan deputising for Vemans. So here we go. We have Rufio coming to the pits now, which means we are going to go back on board with the Williams. Is King Chris going to come in? Yes, he is as well. Fuel's an all-time low. We've got Hardman. He's coming round to start his flying lap. The Mercedes of Shiny Shoes going again. He didn't invalidate, of course, on the final. Oh, is he going to grab it? He did catch it. Shiny Shoes is going to be an improvement, you'd imagine, and it certainly is. 1 minute 6.74 temps off Rufio. Going to be a roundup. Well, that's not a bad lap on the medium tyres, in fairness. So we see Bill just come run. He's on his flying lap now. Oh, and he's invalidated. A lot of people are invalidating at that second to last corner, just hitting the curb either on the inside or on the actual straight part. That was a 106.0. That would have put him ahead of King Chris and give himself a lot of confidence, really. So competition, of course, is pick the winner, hashtag comp, followed by the name of the winner, Elite, Bilges, and Stocky, and Vemans. They are the 4 who are all picked at the moment. You can pick them, but it's just going to make you look silly because you've got no chance of winning if you pick someone behind someone else. Racing point of Bish coming through the final corner. What sort of lap time he can do? Bish has been ever improving all the way through, and he puts himself just ahead of Shiny Shoes. 1 minute 5.6. Cold Ninja is starting his final lap. We've got the Haas of the other Ninja in the lobby. Became Ninja has another one who's invalidated. So Jono on an outlap, these two are going to be running together, Ninja and Jono, but we're on board with Liam Harmon, who put himself a really good solid lap in, getting himself through to Q2. Great final corner there by Liam, gets himself, that was a really solid final corner and just desserts, gets himself P3. Great lap time there by Mr. Harmon, of course, formerly Liam RRF1, I believe it is. He's got 2 accounts, I believe he's racing with his Hardman account tonight. Bilges having a go again, and he's done another invalidation. Guys are really struggling. Dark Mark says hashtag confidence. He's going for himself. Mark, I love the confidence, brother. Hopefully you can pull that through and get yourself through, of course. Great result in the Classics last night. But some dodgy driving from a few people, but we're not going to focus on the negatives here. Forrester on his outlap, which means we can focus then. I believe it is Vemans also on. Who's on the next flyer? I believe it's it's Cold Ninja. Cold Ninja coming around. And Vemans just gone to his flight. Cold Ninja puts himself in 1 minute 5.6. Ninja is looking like the odds-on favourite right now. It's who pick the winner. Hashtag comp, followed by the name of the winner. It is Redman. So far, we have had Dark Mark, Bilges, Stocky, Vemans, and there was another one. Him. It's the winner Game Pass. Not Game Pass Ultimate this time, guys. It's the last code I've got. It's a Game Pass Standard. But still... Who wants to pay £7.99 when you can get yourself a free bit of Game Pass? Why not? Just give them back to you guys, you know what I mean? It's just nice. Twister 1.5.8. Bill just come around. He's finally not invalidated this time, so he's probably, if he invalidates here, he's probably going to just pick the car up and just piss on it, most likely. Hopefully the wind's not blowing out. And Bill just great lap time, 1 minute 6.04 temps. And Jono, by the way, missed his lap. Hold my hands up. 1 minute 5.9. Skilling on his outlap. Who's next round? We believe it is Became Ninja. No, he's pitted. Forrester, another invalidation. Guys are invalidating their times. Hook, line and sinker here. Vemans coming across there. 1 minute 6.3. Vemans was picked for the win earlier in this. So Jockey goes hashtag so. Jock has gone for Sneaky, aka Cold Wolf. And that is an invalidation again. Guys are really struggling here this afternoon or this evening. Or this morning in King Chris's case, or at some point in the fucking 24 hours of the clock. Take your pick which fucking part you want to be on. So we're actually going to, guys, go on board with Skillian. And he is ready to roll, ready to rumble. Here comes Skillian coming around. He's coming towards Bollock 1 now. Yes, I have named the corners after a ball sack. Bite me. Waffle any jazz. So the fuck you should do. Nice one. Skillian then coming out of Bollock 2. Coming out of the sack as he now flies down towards turn number 8 to finish off his lap. He's currently not invalidated this time. He had a few invalidations on the hard tyre. Skillian, what can he do around here? Very smooth, clean lap. This is looking very good from Skillian. What's he going to get here? It's P5. Red Bulls in the top 5 at the moment. Of course, it is top 10 needed to go through to the next session. Forrester 107.5 moves himself up to P4. Bilges Redman has been picked, matey. He has been picked. It was Elite, I'll tell you. Man, yeah, Sneaky, give me a little bit of a cheeky little nudge, getting me out of the way. I was going to clip it, but I didn't want him to cry and take his win off him. No, I kid. I jest. No, the Classic was really fun. There was quite a few scruffy moments in there. Obviously, they are classic cars, so you can forgive some people, but, you know, other aspects of the driving, probably was fucking piss poor. But 23 for you guys. Hey, we passed the 20. Let's see if we can hit 25. Thank you so much there. So anybody who's new to the channel, be sure to slap that said follow button. You don't have to wait 10 minutes to fucking speak to me now, which is very, very nice. And yes, I swear a lot on stream. Nah, I guess. Became Ninja on an outlap. Who is going to be the next guy on a flying lap? I believe... Is it Vemmans? Vemmans is pushing and he's a 10th up. So Vemmans looking to overtake Liam Hardman and King Chris with this lap time, potentially even nabbing Skillion's position. Oh, the fuck was that? Oh, he's eating the fucking flowers again, the cunt. Get out! Fucking twat. Vemmans coming across the line and moves even higher than what I thought he did. Made a lot of time up in Sector 3. In fact, he made that much time up. It happens to be the fastest Sector 3. Vemmans, 1 minute 5.9, only 0.3 of a second off Cold Ninja, which is bloody good in my estimation. And Bishop then, coming for an outlap. I think we got a couple of guys on flyers. Let's have a look. Speaker Devil Became Ninja is on a flying lap. We'll get on board with him. Sit back on TV podding just to let you hear the dull roar of the Haas engine. That is my car for hashtag PMS Cop. See how I feel tomorrow afternoon, maybe bringing you some more of that. And so we've got a load of guys crossing the line to start the flyers. Dark Mark, I believe, also got there. Hardman as well on the soft tyre, interestingly. Dark Mark's gone for a reverse strategy. Of course, remember, he did invalid, or did, probably say, fucked up his previous one. Became Ninja looking quite competitive here, but who is going to chance the soft tyre? We know Hardman is already, in fact, quite a few of them are. Quite a few of these guys think they got the ability to go through the mediums, and Became Ninja's really struggling here, and that is, oh, that's just going to look painful on the camera. Became Ninja, I believe that's his qualifying done. You will not be able to get back in the pits and out in that time. Became Ninja, a shock elimination from qualifying. He's got the Renault of Vemmans. I don't think himself is going to have enough time to go in. I'm not sure if he's aware that Became Ninja did crash off, but the first guy to come around and complete their lap is King Chris. Is on an outlap, so I think, no, it is Dark Mark, is it? No, it's not, it's Bishadinho, who goes fastest with a 1 minute 5.4. Very nice little lap there. Here comes Dark Mark, come round to complete his flying lap on the mediums. Interesting how he's gone for the mediums. It's going to be nip-and-tuck if he gets through. Okay, Dark Mark picked himself to win. Got a case, third position, but a lot of guys are on the soft tyre. Harbin invalidated. Rufio. And that's the Mercedes of Shiny Shoes. Shiny Shoes being watched by his brother Ricky. Great lap there by Shiny. And nicely off the racing line, showing good etiquette as well. Slowing his car down, saving his tyres for the start of the race. The Red Bull. Now, who's going to be the next car around? I believe it is the Alfa Romeo. The only, in fact, no, both Alfas eliminated. Which means, of course, Sod's Law dictates that it's a Ferrari, because it's the only fucking similar colour dots on the bastard minimap. Skillion, and then we've got Dark Mark coming back, and you can imagine Dark Mark. No, it's King Chris. King Chris then on the soft tyres. Forgive me, guys, I'll be flicking up and down a lot, but it's just to bring you the action as quick as I can. Dolby's left again. Dolby's struggling to connect here, guys. Hopefully Dolby can just get back in himself once again. Bish thinks he's done enough. King Chris definitely thinks he's done enough. Just pipping Bishop by 15 1,000th of a second. Cold Ninja then, he's on an outlap, which means we have the Williams of Dark Mark. He's going again. No, he's not. He's just bombing it back to the pits. McLaren of Jono getting nicely out of the way of Hardman, who is invalidated again. Does Liam have enough in the tank with the tyres? Yeah, Rich saying one of his best laps. I can only agree, matey. Dark Mark thinks he's done enough then. You would be probably inclined to agree with him. The Mercedes of... Well, they're all starting the flying laps, aren't they? Twisted just starting his flying lap. We've got a load of laps, flying in here, Bilges. I believe he set his best time on the mediums. He invalidated. Another one to invalidate, guys. This is mad invalidation. We've got the Haas of Forrester just starting his lap time as well then. Bishadinho. Vemmans is retired from P8. He may not make it through this session. We've got the Ferrari of Rara. What can he do? Rara, former RRF1 Division 3 champion, proving his worth again around Austria. 1 minute 5.3. Will that top Skillion's time? And Skillion goes P5 with a 1 minute 5.6. We've got ourselves the Williams coming around of King Chris, who I believe will just be coming to the pits. Solid lap by Chris, but then remember he's got Cold Ninja, who probably... No, Cold Ninja's banked on it that he's going to get through. Gamble, the gamble pays off. There's still 5 guys going around for a time lap. Huge gamble this. And they're not exactly slouches. Hardman coming through. Oh, and Hardman's invalidated the last corner. And oh dear. And oh Christ, get off the racing line. Do not come on the race. No, don't retire your car on the track, mate. Bloody hell, seriously guys, stop retiring your car on track when cars are coming around. Twisted comes through, and that is, I believe, the Red Bull of Bilges does get a lap time in. Jono has invalidated. Jono's in trouble. Jono versus Forrester. These two are old RRF1 Division 2 rivals. Is Forrester... Oh no, he didn't retire his car on track. He blew the fuck up. Forrester goes quickest. Jono eliminated. Jono, Vemans, Rufio, Hardman and became Ninja. They are some big scalps. Falling in Division Thursday League, sorry. That'll be, yeah, mate, restart the Xbox, mate, get yourself in. I'll see you there, bud. In fact, while we're waiting, here you go. Let's give you a little invitation to the game, mate. Here you go, have that one. Here you go. So that's their water qualifying. That ended up being Forrester bagging. This is like the olden days here, seeing Forry back at the top again. King Chris had another 20 seconds in him. And yeah, not a problem there, Dolby. Vemans with a great, what he thought was a great time. 1.1 seconds, and a big shout out to the Mercedes boys, not from being biased this time, but to Shiny Shoes, qualifying for Q3 for the first time in his short RF1 career. Well done, matey. Top job for yourself. We're just waiting now for Rara to retire the car, and then we'll be able to proceed. And wait a minute, did Dark Mark get through on the medium tyres? Well done, Mark, getting through the mediums, as does Cold Ninja, very close to this. So, top 10, we have a Forrester returning to old form there. 1 minute 5.1. Rarisron with a 1 minute 5.3 in second position. Then we've got King Chris, Bishadinho, Twisted and Shiny Shoes, both Mercs, Red Bulls, racing points. And Williams getting through, Ferrari and Haas showing up with the one car, eliminated from that session. Both McLarens, bit of a surprise there. Jono couldn't get his lap time in with a bit of an invalidation there. Vemans, Rufio, Liam Hardman, and became Ninja, all failing to qualify. Ninja is really struggling around the final corner. Potentially a bit of a rear setup change will be required. Yeah, Viva the Williams was doing well. Vemans, I'll be honest, mate, I watched you jittery a bit, but yeah, leaving this session would be really the right thing to do right now, wouldn't it, dickhead? Right, anyway. Very, very competitive, says Jock in the chat. It certainly is, guys. Anybody who has Twitch Prime subscription hasn't done so. If you're not subscribed elsewhere, guys, feel free to fire it my way. Obviously, it's going to be not testing time, so all the fucking country, really, innit? But anyway, obviously you guys have got it for a reason, and it's looking a bit more sunny here, so the first corner is going to be a little bit treacherous. No, it's not lap 1 out of 3, you fucking classic style of a game, you. Connection's looking good there, Vemans. Looking decent. Who is Wayne 153 then? Is that you as well? Or was that Wayne Allen? Don't know which one it is, actually. I know there's 2 of them that watch. Not 100% sure. We got moving quite the pits, and that's Cold Ninja for the 3rd time this session, going out first, wanting to get himself enough time to have a second run in. Ninja, of course. That is Mike Klein TV. Thank you very much for the comment there, matey. You know it's F1 all the way. I do a lot of different random games. ARP, I'm certainly on my own tonight. Mike, cheers for the follow. You sexy fucking bastard. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, Pete, man, you know your man rocks it by himself. He can do it. I used to do it all the time, mate, don't you worry. We've got to the Williams of... I've noticed how Dark Mark is shadowing Sneaky every step of the way. Mark citing Sneaky, a.k.a. Cold Ninja, as one of the best guys in the league. He topped the wet session. If it's a wet race, you'd imagine he will inevitably rise to the top in that, depending obviously where he qualifies here. Only one real incident that I've seen. By the way, guys, clips to send in. They are sent in to PTR, guys. That is PTR and Wibinator. So those are the 2 guys. If you have any clips via Xbox, get them sent over to there. If not, just if you have any other, if obviously you don't have them added for whatever reason, or if you're finding it very tricky, or you've only got your clips on Facebook, get it sent over to myself, Thomas Glarman, and I'll be able to fire it straight over to the direction it needs to go. Yes, Mike, you know we're bringing you that F1 action. I'm a dickhead, I've still got the fucking time on the screen. And 3rd dinner. Having yourself a very, very interesting race on on Monday 3rd. You kind of, sort of made turn 1, but yeah, but that was quite an interesting one. All the clips are all sorted. I don't know if we actually handed a penalty out or not this season, actually. Some of the stuff may be a little bit later into the season when the guys get a little bit more accustomed to racing with each other more and more. Will probably be a little bit more harshly looked at, but obviously, you know, we don't really want to fuck around and then, as if that's LaFerrari. Yes, man. Connor, where the fuck have you been? Why are you not racing RF1 anymore, you slag? What are you doing? Cold Ninja, of course, that's purple, and Mark hasn't beaten it. I don't think King Chris has beaten it either. Of course, Chris wouldn't fucking beat it because he's on outlap, isn't he? So we just see the Red Bull on the outlap, getting himself through. Fucking brilliant. Are we going to see a 4? We are. Very, very nice start there. It was actually King Chris behind him. Dark Mark coming through. Let King Chris go. And we've seen, Mark nearly breaks the fours. Forrester, he has been impressive. A little bit loose there around the final corner. Will cost him, of course. 1 minute 5.5. Both Mercedes boys. Shiny Shoes coming through. Shiny Shoes having probably his best qualifying session ever, I think. 1 minute 5.8. Get himself into Q3. Skillian then. That's looking tidy. 1 minute 5.3. Next car through is Bishadinho. He comes through and he's hit himself a 1 minute 5.4. Incredibly competitive on this short track. Rara then is next. We're going to go on board then with Bilges. The next official time. Pos has been pretty good, man. Pretty good. Yeah, man, get yourself back involved, bro. Con, you were involved in the very first Division 2 RRF1 race with me. You were chasing me down, hunting me down, man. Crossed off from Melbourne. I remember it. Turn 2, outside. Heartbreaking. Could have got yourself a podium there as well. But anyway, lots of rubbing old wounds. Bilges looking pretty decent now. Some people picked Bilges to win the race. By the way, guys, hashtag comp followed by the name of who you think will win the Grand Prix. Bilges half a tenth in front of Bishop. King Chris showing some reinvigorated pace throughout this rebranded RRF1 and showing the Williams true pace. It's like I'm fucking watching an alternative universe with these two cunts. He gets himself in a P3. Williams having a sort of rebirth, so to speak. And we've got the Mercedes of Twisted following the Haas round. No, that's not a Shiny. She's going again. And now he's done. So that's now Twisted. Another invalidation. Really struggling with the invalidations, and I think Bishadinho is... No, I was going to say he was going again, but he's not, which means all of our attention focuses on Rara, who doesn't complete the lap. Not happy. Honestly, Vemans has already been picked, weirdly. You've already been picked. Lomas is third in it. Here we go. Still living it for another team. Voting for the enemy. We know this, man. We know this. Bilges out of fuel pretty much, so he's going to be coming back into the pits. King Chris likewise. So we have seen the big mad rush at the end of the at the middle of the qualifying, shall we say. The first run I've come to an end. Only Twisted, and Twisted's pushing. No, so the first runs haven't come to an end. 24 views, guys. See if we can get another call. Let's give us 25. Go on. You know you want it. Go on. Quote me, Happy Norwich Union, you fuckers. So Twister coming through, 45.5. Taking a very, very narrow line, shallow and narrow line through the bollet 1 and bollet 2 there, I've noticed. Not really going flat, so Twisted is going around. He's nearly out of D-regs in this particular lap. He's just going to be able to get around this part. Twisted then come around the final corner in the Mercedes. Will he be able to push anybody down? And does, goes P6, very nice lap. 2,000th of a second quicker than Bishop. Do you want to get much closer? Cigarette paper, ladies and gentlemen. Cigarette paper. Not quoting the cigarette I'm going to have in about 5 minutes when this finishes, well, 7 or 8. But yeah, hopefully nobody readies up, guys, because I don't really want to fuck this up. I'm going to be up and down the field like a madman tonight, so this is going to be a bloody epic Grand Prix all the way through. Let's have a look at some of the chat as we see Twisted coming back in. Yeah, they're pretty good, impressive pace from everybody. Everyone seems to be rocking it at the moment. Here is look at this, trying to advertise people to switch teams, you bad egg. Don't leave Sol, man. Sol's good. I like Sol. Don't be nasty to Sol. Rara coming up very early. He did mess his lap up there. Lafoy says good evening to everyone else, new and old. By the way, this is, yeah, man, to be fair, it wasn't going strong for a while. We managed to rebuild and get a lot of new people in, and, you know, it shows that I think the old adage is Phoenix from the ashes. Is what we can say. Rara comes through nicely. Rara did actually get P2. Oh, you don't want to go too wide around that corner. Twisted, that's him coming around the pits, getting nicely out of the way of Rara there. So this will be the time when everyone else wants to go out now, around about the 5-minute mark, maybe even about the 4-minute mark. He's been scouted. I'm sure we'll have to have words. Combined constructors. Guys, by the way, Division 1 and 2's tables are, in inverted commas, done. We're going to be releasing the tables now, guys, on a Sunday, along with the race report. Race report first. There's not been... I'll drop a spoiler. As far as I'm aware, I haven't heard anything from Tuesday from I believe it's from Jockey... Oh, sorry there, guys, from Jockey and Skillian. I'm not sure if they've had any penalties sent through. They'll be able to confirm, obviously, in their own time. But and on Monday, there was a few incidents. Can't remember if we had any penalties out. So hopefully these guys keep it cleaner. I've never been in a league where we haven't issued penalties out 2 weeks running in all 3 divisions. But Rara goes to the purple sector 2. How legitimate that is, I don't know. Let's double check and see. We've watched Rara come around the final corner in 89. He shares my number. Of course, both share birth years, of course. And Rara, I don't think this is going to be enough for pole, you'd imagine. He's going to be just looking behind. Wow, he's behind Shiny Shoes. Rara didn't get that lap nailed. He's got enough time, though, to come back in. And get, as long as his fuel stays, enough time to come back in and fly around. Rara then being the only car out on the track. It's no jockey saying nothing sent in. So, 2 perfect weeks so far. I say perfect, nothing is fucking perfect, is it? There was a couple of niggly little incidents in Division 1. Guys just putting the moves on a little bit too much, if that makes sense. But I believe that is King Chris. King Chris saying, LaFerrari, guys, we were all part of the first ever RRF1 Division 2 race. Been a nostalgia seeing Ferrari come back in. Well, Chris, I'll be honest with you, LaFerrari, Chris is something of a rejuvenated man. We do have a guy on track, so Bilges will be getting the full attention of the RRF1 universe. That's fucking cheesy as fuck. Right, so Bilges, I find it really ironic. Bilges coming around Bollock 1. Is it just me? Oh, even doing this by myself, the puns still fly. Oh, fuck off. Here comes... I can't have to say his fucking name. I'm not going to watch him going through them corners. Oh, dear. Bill's just coming through the line, coming across the line. 1 minute 5.4 to beat then, so let's have a little look out. Joe, we're going to go on board with him, see how Bill just takes the lines. And then I'm going to not comment on him through Bollock 1 and Bollock 2 for obvious reasons. Alright, so, coming up the hill. This used to be classified as turn 2, not anymore. It got taken away this year, as in last game here. He's got only 1/10 up at his time, so Bilges that'll be luckily enough to pick himself above his teammate at the moment. If he kind of matches it through all sectors, Bilges will be pushing Dark Mark at the moment. Cold Ninja just slightly out of reach, unless he puts in an absolute mammoth, like Vemon's ironically. No, yeah, Vemon's put in an awesome last sector, of course, at their time, obviously in Q2. Obviously it wasn't enough. In the end, Bilges then coming through Bollock 1. I've said it with a straight face this time, much more professional. So that is that's a top sector 2. That's the time he needed. That's the time he needed. A potential chance at pole position here. It could happen. 6/10 required. He's going to have a fantastic last corner. I don't think that's as good as what it could have been. No, he needs to thread the lead a little bit more than that. Oh, he just dropped off a little bit of time. Bilges, though, puts himself above his teammate. He'll be disappointed with that. He was 3/10 up come the middle sector. Next car around, I believe Rara's on an outlap. Bish is on a flyer. The Haas of Forrester getting very neatly out of the way, so we're going to go on board with Bishadinho, the winner of the pre-season feature race in F2. Don't forget that, Bishadinho. Obviously, I know there was a couple of mistakes from the likes of Elite. Of course, Elite in the chat, he'll be, if Wyburn isn't available next week, he'll be joining me in comms next week. Well, RF1 Elite, aka Kizo, by the way, that's his other gamer tag, guys, VRL Racer. Fucking quick motherfucker, too. Oh, Bish is round. Oh, Bish, no. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Yep, Bish going again, emergency trade out, Bish going again. We have got King Chris then, is the only other car on a flying lap then. Can Chris make up? I did miss the gap there. King Chris, will he be able to make up the difference? He only needs to make up 0.4 of a second to take pole position. Cold Sneaky has just started, or is about to start his flying lap, of course. King Chris, is it going to be good enough for provisional pole? It's not even good enough to move up a position. Does improve his time though. That could prove key later on. Rara then. First car round to start what is going to be his second attempt at a flyer. He had not the worst attempt in the first go. One's currently literally just a shade over a second. Oh, if you change the numbers in Ryan and Sneaky, or Rara's and Cold Ninja's times at the back, they have the same number, 839 and 893. Interesting. Should have got the second between them. Rara, I don't think this is looking as good as Bilges. Rara does have enough time to go. No, he doesn't. He's not got enough time to go again. He's 0.4 up on his time, so that is a huge improvement from Rara. You can see now where Rara almost got back on his time. Bishadinho come through behind, and he's up on his time as well. So purple second sector's being given out like fucking candy floss at a fair right now. So here comes. Will he be able to go? Shiny Shoes didn't go out on track. Rara goes P3. Bishadinho coming in from behind. And Bishadinho, he goes P3. No, it's my P3, he says. Forrester invalidated. He's going to be gutted. Cold Ninja Oh, he's ran very wide at the final corner. Is he going to get away with it? That should be pole position lap here. And it's 1 minute 4.7. The only guy to make it into the fours so far. Twisted. Will he follow him? He goes into P5. 105.2. We've got Build. That's Bilge coming around. Will Bilge be able to improve? He does. He just does, but not enough to improve his position. Red Bull's currently 7th and 8th. Skillian up by 10th. This is going to push him well up the order. And he doesn't, because the final sector was down again. So that, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people losing out. Jockey says, can I play now? Well, mate, got caught out in qualifying, of course. Q1 went from wet to dry. Unfortunately, in that sense, that's what it did. So there's your qualifying. A couple of guys will be very disappointed. A couple of guys will be elated to even be there. I'll say, for example, Shiny Shoe's going to be absolutely buzzing with that lap, I'll tell you. Not far off. Oh, dear. Oh, guys, watch out. Oh, bang. And there goes. Down goes Skillian. Down goes Skillian. Man down, guys, get the medics. Oh, mate. A lot of guys messing up Sector 3 at the end. So, Cold Ninja, pole position, Racing Point, Dark Mark, second position, Williams. Bish, 2,000th of a second off in the end, but it was close there. Third Racing Point's looking very strong in this Grand Prix. RRF 4th, Twisted 5th, King Chris 6th, Rebels looking very, very good, 7th and 8th, Forrester 9th, Shiny Shoes 10th, Mercedes, both cars of course getting to Q3 for the first time. Guys, give me 2 minutes. Oh, that was a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, we are refreshed, and we are bloody nicotined up. Why not? Right then. Oh god, let's turn this chat. I don't want to hear myself. Fucking hell, hear myself from my own ears every day, so I don't want to hear it through a fucking stream as well. Right guys, 20 people, 20 guys. Hopefully no one's left the lobby. I believe we haven't got a full complement. But I believe it's going to be Rara or one of the other Amas who are going to be reading up this race. It promises to be an absolute belter. Apologies if I do miss out, but we're going to... Oh, Jono! What? Jono, no! Jono's gone! That's Jono out. Oh, dear. Jono left session, that means he's gone. Oh, that's ruined him. Had a good qualifying, Jono. See if you can get back in, mate. If not, kind of wounding. Had good pace. Asda Cola. Saucy. So you don't go buying any of that fucking £2 shit, man. Seriously, Asda Cola's where it's at 45 fucking pence, man. That's how you do. You what? What's you going for a wee? Ah, I see. Right then. So here we go. Bass wound him. I'm looking for Jono there. Having no luck whatsoever at the moment. Oh, have you? Thank you. Well, I'm getting something, aren't I? From whatchamacallit, from... That's what I mean, so I've got this through. Right then. Just waiting for the guys to start. So unfortunate for Jono. He's having absolute fucking shit luck at the moment, in fairness. God, I'm a life, poor guy. They should, basically, what they should do is keep his car... Oh my god, you know when you burp? When you burp, what a fucking burp that was. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I'm going to start a trend. Fuck, in the comments, guys, follow my lead. There you go, hashtag burp. Fucking right, there you go, Merry Christmas. Right, and so we are going, guys. We've got 22 seconds till pay dirt. Here we go. Gonna take my bleeding top off, get some bleeding circulation around my lungs. Should have done a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, what we got ringing for again? Oh, yeah, delay it a couple of months until like we did before. But we put it off last time, didn't we? Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, yeah, is it doing it, is it? Right then. Heartbreaker for Jono, guys. He has left session. Let's get all the telemetries back up just before we get pulled up on that. So here we go. We're going to go quick check on tyres. Cold Ninja starts. Jono absolutely fucking stupid for him. It's Dolby says, for fuck's sake. Yeah. What can you... Oh, where's Dolby? Oh, Dolby's gone as well. Oh my fucking god. This game, bro. Do you not know, Redmond, it's not quite Roller Cola. It's the one above. It's the one that doesn't taste of fucking rat piss. Actually has some fucking flavour. But nah, man. So here we go. We've got 18. That's... Do you know what? This game is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. Oh, I got a message from Xbox Live. Forgive me, guys. I will read this. Now playing with Xbox Game Pass, fight mechanized invaders, and this is proof I can't read, and explore alien worlds with Nier Automata. Has anyone played that game before? Journey to the Savage Planet. Oh yeah, they got. If anybody plays NBA, by the way, guys, in watching, you get free VC as well. So that's just a bit of a heads up. If you do play that game, get yourself on it. I know Loban. I think you started playing it for a bit, didn't you, matey? That burp wasn't very good. There's no hashtag burp in that one, guys. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, this game, they need to sort it out in a sense, don't they? Because it's ridiculous how... we've got a couple of people on the grid as well. I believe that is Rashi and... I don't think I'll let you get back in your car, so we are coming back to the grid now, guys. Get back focused. That Nier Automata, I might have a look at that game. It sounds pretty cool. 18 plus, so it's probably going to scare the shit out of me. It hasn't kept Jono, mate. Jono is also gone, I believe. That's Harden's car. Jono is also out. As you see, there is a spare space where Jono was. Absolute crap. Just, unfortunately, ridiculous. So we are going to be going now, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies to the guys who aren't here. And we've got 5 lights. Basically, the top 2 are on mediums. The rest down to 11th on softs. And it is lights out. And away we go. And the Ferrari hasn't moved. The Ferrari of Rara hasn't moved off the start, so we're going to just flick down. We've got a Red Bull coming hard on the outside. Let's have a little flick through with no catastrophe. So, there is a bit of a catastrophe with the Haas car and the Red Bull. What's happened back there? It's shiny shoes. His amazing qualifying has gone to shit. Cold Ninja, Dark Mark, all together there. Cold Ninja covers off the inside. Oh, Red Bull! Holy moly, what great braking there by the Red Bull in the end. Oh, we got a... Oh, Vemans, lag, Vemans, come on, watch yourself. Guys, I'm going to get on board here. Vemans has got a red cross. Oh, no. Oh, what the hell? Vemans. Vemmans, come on, man. The Alpha is Stocky's just crashed him out. Rara has fell all the way down to 14th, so we're going to go back up top briefly. We have got ourselves Bishadino on the back of Dartmark. And let's just keep flicking through. Here we go. Then we've got battles up and down the field. Of course it would be because everyone just started the race together. Vemmans is not lagging. He's got a red cross in his name. He seems to... might need to pull him. Shiny Crosser, Cold Ninja, taking off a little bit from Bish, having a little bit of a battle. Look at this in the background. Vemmans, lagging everywhere. Pulls back in behind there. Oh, and the Red Bull, and Bilges and Forrest are having a little bit of a ding-dong there. That's a P5. Look at this battle. Literally all the way. Cold Ninja's got away because of Dartmark battling. We're going to go on board here, see if we can get any back. Oh, Forrest, Jesus Christ. Bilges and Forrest, Bilges was the Red Bull. It was late on the brakes then, by the way. I wonder if it was Skilling or him. Hardman gets past Vemmans. Right, we need to get Vemmans out of there, guys. He's causing issues. Vemmans, come on. Vemmans. Oh, and the McLaren's just... Liam, oh, Jesus Christ, man, that's awful. Liam Harbert, Vemmans, you need to leave, man. Need to leave, come on. Vemmans, pull into the pits, please. I can't get a message out to him if someone can. He's all over the place. But Liam Hardman just stuck an absolute worldie of a dive bomb up Skillian and took his wing off. I did catch it on stream, guys. Not what you need. Shiny Shoes, basically, Ricky, I believe, has had an incident there. Skillian, come on. Lagging everywhere. Come on. Get him out of there. And oh, Ninja's at the back of Skillian. Oh my God, evasive action. Jesus Christ. Forrest, that was Ninja hitting the back of Skillian, I think, and just going round. Oh my God, Bill Jizz and King Chris having a battle. We need someone to compete to Vemmans to lead the session. If someone's watching, please message him. He's lagging awfully. It is ruining the lobby here. Bill Jizz at the inside of Rufio. A lot less of a... Much better on the brakes. Oh, Liam Harmon trying to follow his way through too. Huge battling going up and down the field here. We're going to focus now on the battle for, I believe it's P7, I think it is. But no, it's not, because we've got no camera angle. There we go. I have to go on board with the laggy Vemmans. It appears to be settling down a little bit. Oh, Skilling there on the back of him. What was that? Oh, right. So I think it'll settle down a little bit then, hopefully. Vemmans still jittering a bit, but yeah. God, I can't get it. I can't get hold of him, guys. I'm streaming. I need some fucking help here. Come on, someone message him for me. Come on. Bish. Thank you, Legend there, Elite. Thank you. Hopefully he does pull in. And here we go. So we've got a bit of a battle here. Twisted seems to have Bishadino. Twisted's having an absolute rampage at the moment. They're coming from quite far down on the grid. P4. And the Red Bull and of Skillian, of course, had his wing taken off by the Hardman move. Yeah, Rufio doing quite well. He is on the hards. It's like Macca. A great drive from you on Tuesday as well. Great move there by Hardman on the back there. Vemmans with a penalty. I think, Vemmans actually, what's happened to Vemmans? Oh, he's actually gone off. Oh, he's left anyway. Okay, yeah, that makes it right. Okay, so Vemmans has gone. Unfortunately, Vemmy, just the connection, just qualifying was all right. As soon as you went into the race, it just went to shit, which isn't ideal. King Chris there finds himself P6. Bilges there, P7. Look at that Ferrari. And the Ferrari of Rufio on the hards, as I believe it was Third Dinner pointed out. Great stuff by Rufio. Get himself right up there. Rara fell right down to 16th. That must have been a pit stop for Rara. I'm just going to double check. Yes, it was. Rara having damage. Skilling will be going to the end on those tyres. Easily you can make him go to the end from there. So we are still looking around Rufio currently, and we're going to go up to battle with Twisted. He has got DRS, but Bishadino being saved at the moment potentially by Dartmark's DRS. Cold Ninja currently rolling here. Of course, whoever picks the winner. The competition has closed, of course, as it is. Obviously, if you picked anyone who's out, so someone who picked Vemmans is not looking pretty good at the moment. So Twisted then currently on the back of Bishop. Let's go back now, see if everybody is doing all right. Rufio is around the outside of Hardman. Perfect amount of space given, manages to hold the position. Jockey coming from Peter. Jockey's all the way up to the points now. Good effort there by Jock. Rufio then, that's a nice angle. Good shot of the McLaren, almost like a homing missile right in front of Rufio. Harman, of course, did that move that did take Skillian's wing off. But, like I said, obviously, hopefully guys have clipped it and be able to send it across and move forward from there. Ninja win the guys, rapid. God, don't give him any more ego. But it all depends what happens later. Obviously, no safety car been deployed. No car has officially been eliminated from the race, but we had to pull Vemmans, sadly, due to the connectivity again. Vemmans is a really clean racer, it's just his connectivity is really, really letting him down at the moment, and he's actually got really good broadband. Stocky up to P11, he had a bad qualifying. Stocky didn't quite pull it out. Shiny should have gone onto medium boots. To be fair, I think Shiny's just looking to get the pace. Oh, Bishop comes across the inside of Twisted. Twisted still looking to make the move at the inside. Bish doing everything right there, defending and just stopping and going through in the background. You see Forrester and King Chris, old rivals from the old Division 2, as it used to be called. Rufio having a look at the inside of Hardman. Having to go now into the corner. That's going to give Jockey a really, really nice run. Rufio went shallow. Jockey went wide. And he moves up into P9. Jockey is on the charge. Watch out for Jockey here in this Grand Prix. He is, of course, running the mediums. It will be a guaranteed one stop pretty much for everybody, depending what route they decide to take. Lap number 6 of 6 in the Austrian Grand Prix. Round number 2, of course. Unfamiliar territory doing Austria second, as opposed to doing it a little bit later into the Grand Prix. So Rara is now on the back of Vemmans AI. He will pour past that one, you would imagine. 4 tenths separating second to third, third to fourth, fifth to fourth to fifth, and fifth to sixth there briefly. That was a bit odd. Everyone was the same gap apart. But now, oh, here we go. Bish doing wonders, keeping Twisted behind. You'll start seeing the likes of Jockey begin to come through the field then around about. Oh, Forrester. Austria can be a very, very harsh place for corner cut warnings. Also, for those of you who can hear me, and there's Jock flying at the back. Sector 3, we have all. Jesus, Rara's off. Miles off. Rara's not enjoying Austria at the moment. And Darkmark has been caught by Bish as well. Remember Darkmark having no DRS to help him, using the entirety of his ERS bar to, or his battery life and battery power, should I say, to give it a bit more of a technical term, to keep Bishop behind him. But this now is where Sneaky, aka Cold Ninja, will begin to pull away. He's managing his race the right way, just doing the business here. He senses his first win of the season. Long way to go. Yellow flag sector 2, and that is King Chris. What's happened to Chris? Chris made a bit of a mistake there, come through Bollock 1, but looks like he falls down to 7th, so he now is left out of the battle. But this is where the action is at right now. Battle between Darkmark, Bishadinho and Twisted, looking very, very, very racy coming out of the final corner. So Twisted with DRS as well. Is he going to try and make the move done? He's had a look at the inside, of course. Twisted, also a VRL racer, aka VRL Schumacher. Had himself a good points finish on Tuesday evening as well. Bilges with a penalty. They're all getting a penalty on the outside of turn 1. Turn 1 is like an absolute minefield in terms of that. And Bish going for a move. Is he? No, he pulls back in. Stocky and Hardman. What's happened there? Oh, Hardman's well off the track. I think Hardman spun. Stocky maybe potentially avoided him. Let's have a look, see if there's any damage. There is front left. I'm not sure. Oh, Jesus Christ, I think he might have hit Hardman. Didn't catch it on stream. I've caught the aftermath. Hardman's got off the pit, as is Stocky. Oh, wounding. Well, there goes Psycho Elite's pick. Didn't catch that, guys. I saw a quick yellow flag pop up. Let's move this out of the way so I can see the full track map a little bit better. Oh, what is it? Darkmark's dropped it. Darkmark has dropped it. Oh, that's wounding. Darkmark has fallen right down the order. Oh, Mark, he's going to be gutted. Mark falls from 2nd to 10th with one mistake, which has left Bish absolutely wide open for attack. Bish now, oh look at Forrester, Jesus Christ, who can go wider than the other one by the looks of it. Here comes Twisted, he's going to have a look. Forrester was on the outside of it, had to pull just back in there. In front of him, look at this, oh, Forry's probably ran him another going around that final corner. That's become a quite good phrase. Stocky pits then, and Raikkonen Forever moves up into 11th place. Raikkonen Forever having a good quiet little race at the back there, making his way quietly through the field. Twisted, none of the guys could get the move done on Bish. Bish optimising his overtake on the ERS very, very nicely. But this is, weirdly, I find this being a straight where people overtake a little bit more anyway. So still the battle for second rages on, just with different participants. This time Forrest has taken the place of Darkmark and fell to the back of that group. Mark is still going, so he's kept his position. Rashi up to P9. Don't forget about Rashi getting knocked out in Q1. Bloody hell, thick and fast the action coming in so far. Bishadinho then, lap 9 of 36. Literally, as soon as you cross the line, 1/4 of the way through the race. 1/4, for those of you who aren't mathematically indiced. Rufio has been caught there by... Oh, look at this, Twisted on the back of him. I'm going to just go back quickly to see that battle back there. Rara has got Stocky. Rara up into P14. Rara on 7 lap all mediums. And already seems to have a bit of an issue with them. Bish, P2 at the moment. Is he going to be able to defend his position? Twisted possibly compromises line, moves back back onto the race line a little bit earlier. Forry runs wide at that corner again. We've already seen his name pop up on the penalties once. Twisted with DRS. This looks like a matter of time. The Mercedes having a very, very strong week this week. And he's not got the whole pace to get the move done. Quite surprised there, to be honest with you. So that from Rashi. Oh, Dolby, you are here as well, mate. Yeah, if you do have any clips as well, Dolby, send them over, mate, if you can, please. I forgot you're still in the lobby. Thank you very much for sticking by there, Dobbs. That's calling my silent partner for the night. Rufio now on the back of Rashi. Rashi's done, Rufio. Good effort there from Rashi. Dolby's teammate, of course, has a keen interest to stick around and watch him. Rashi up into P8. Jockey P7. Keep an eye on Jockey coming through the order. Liam Harmon getting himself a penalty. Liam all the way down P18. As I mentioned, had that little cheeky little dive up Skillian, late break in. Tap beside of Skillian's wing affected his race. Skillian, though, running currently in P13, so all is not lost. Incidents beckoning. He could move back up the field. And Twisted, this is his best chance, and he's pulled back in again. Twisted just not having quite... Oh, Bish with the penalty. That was rather harsh. But moving on. I guess the game gives it, so it must be real. So just in the background there, King Chris is caught back up with Bilges after his earlier mistake. King Chris trying to move back up to the back of Forrester. That's where he was. And Forry's having a look at Twisted here. That'll give Bish a bit of breathing space. And King Chris has made a dive at the inside, and that is how you make a move. King Chris moves into P5, using the DRS to his advantage, getting himself right royally. And there Forrester's, he's at the back of Twisted, and Forry spun off. Oh, dear me. Bit late on the brakes. Wounding, which means Raikkonen's in 11th. So, Forry has to move out of the way quicker, and that's going to really, really hinder him there. Forrester stays off the track, and he comes back on just in front of Raikkonen forever. Unlucky Forrester, just a little bit late on the brakes, tapping the back end of Twisted, who was mindful about, I believe it was Bish in front, Bishadinho in front. All the while, Cold Ninja runs away and takes over the lead of the Grand Prix at the moment. He's still... takes over. He's fucking out. This is the first corner, for fuck's sake. Raikkonen just needs to watch out here. Forrester is pitting. Raikkonen needs to just be careful. Forry doing Forry, old wily veteran, letting Raikkonen fly through here. Raikkonen forever's got himself into the top 10. Good stuff here for the Renault team. Having a bit of a struggle this week, of course. Hopefully they can find the business, so to speak. So now, Twisted... And look at Jock, is absolutely flying. Jockey, I think Jock actually does have, if I'm correct, the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, barring anybody who's done anything recently. No, it's Twisted, sorry, of course, yes, it was Twisted, forgive me. So Jock is coming to the point now where the soft tyres are going to begin to wane. Cold Ninja starting on the mirrors, and there goes King Chris, he's flown off. What's happened there? I think Chris is just... I didn't see, was it contact there? I was on board with Jockey, and Jockey's overtaken the pair of them. Rashi has all of a sudden moved to the P6, and look at Rufio sending one at the inside of King Chris too, using the momentum. And the Williams have had a very, very interesting part there. I did miss that particular incident. I was on board with Jock just behind. The angle wasn't good enough for me to catch him. And Jockey really, really motoring his way through the field. And Bilges does pit. Is he going to slow it down enough? He does. Very nice. And King Chris just behind him pits as well. He'll notice the tyres have been a little bit past this. I'm not sure if there was contact between Bilges and King Chris. It's been a pretty clean Grand Prix so far. A couple of little niggly incidents. And Twisted has got Bishop finally up the outside. Bishop went to the inside to defend. And the racing points have finally been broken up. They are no longer no point racing. Here we go. Chris laughed in front of Bill. Oh. Oh dear. I'm sure Bill just found it a lot funnier than King Chris. Lagged. Right, I see. Okay. Chris is on proper internet this week though, so the connectivity is a little bit better. Laughed. That's right. I was just saying, Bill just always didn't find it too funny, to be fair. Or Chris definitely didn't. So Twisted can now finally set off in pursuit of Cold Ninja. Cold Ninja has done the business here in this Grand Prix. Vemans at AI on their shiny shoes, unlapping himself, I believe. So Shiny Shoes having himself a pretty nonchalant Grand Prix. Great qualifying session from him. Just, of course, I believe he must have caught the inside of somebody coming through the first corner, the first lap. Bish come into the pits then, which is going to give the likes of Rashi, Rufio, Darkmark, Raikkonen, and became Ninja, who is still going on them tyres. Well, Raikkonen forever will be needing to pit again before the end, you'd imagine. top job so far for Raikkonen. He's putting himself a really, really good show. Currently P7 due to the pit stops, but he is running in a net points position if he can keep this rolling. So closest battle on track at the moment is Rufio and Rashi. These two are still going at each other when the mediums are beginning to wane a little bit now. They're going past, they've hit their first cliff, so to speak. Forrester from his incident, by the way, fell all the way down to 15th. Absolutely, because like I said, it's such a short track, one mistake. And you're not, well, I say out of the race, it's a little bit over dramatic. You're not out of the race, but you put yourself in a bit of dilemma, don't you? It's probably a nice way to put it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly coming up to half distance. Just over 4 laps to go for the race leader, Cold Ninja, who is currently supporting an 8.7 second lead over RRF1 Twisted. And Ninja there goes with the fastest lap of the 1 minute 8.6, showing that he can push further. Twisted comes into the pits, but Jockey will not have to come into the pits. Will they go into the hards or will they go into the softs? Very interesting tonight. I don't think it's going to be raining today, folks, in this race. It does look pretty clear, and Rashi is currently on the podium positions. Of course, they do have to pit again, but a great solid drive here. Rashi and Raikkonen forever has Bichadinho behind him, and Bichadinho is locked in a race-long battle with Twisted, who has been jumped again by Bichadinho. Bichadinho with the undercut, and he's going to be able to make a move on Raikkonen forever, who is battling for position. He has every right to keep his position here, but Bish flies past him on DRS. Unfortunately, nothing Raikkonen could do about that particular move, and Bish moves himself into a, I believe that is a net P2. Dartmark, of course, will still be trying to come back through the field. Jockey was the man to watch. I did call it Jock running in P2, albeit 11.6 seconds off the race leader. We've got ourselves a couple of cheeky battles up and down the order, and just on board with Rufio there. Rufio nearly stacked it up in the middle of the bollocks. Twisted then on the hard side. These guys have gone for hard, so they're not going for the medium to soft strategy. The soft to medium, the soft to medium strategy. Twisted's gone for the hards. He wants the safety and security of knowing that his tyres are going to be fine at the end of the Grand Prix. Raikkonen forever is still going. Like I said, Raikkonen, Bish is shooting off into the distance, but Raikkonen has every right to keep Twisted behind him. It's obviously up to Twisted to make his way through. Raikkonen doesn't. Bish goes there with the fastest lap one at 8.3. And Twisted's made the move anyway. He goes up the inside. That's a much more convincing manoeuvre there by Twisted compared to what he did on Bish earlier. Straight up the inside, moves himself back into P7. Became Ninja is being chased around by the fast charging Bilges, who is currently running in what I believe, though don't quote me, I think he is actually racing Jock here legitimately. But Bilges needs to clear Became Ninja very, very quickly. Two, of course, I'm not sure if Became Ninja still over there, but I believe two former SF1 compadres, I believe, currently plying their trade on Thursday nights in RRF1. Right, so we currently have ourselves a very interesting battle. Became Ninja is, as I said, I'm actually going to go back on board here because they're going to be catching Raikkonen forever now. Raikkonen forever qualified in bloody 17th place. Have a look at the positions gained. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Positions gained is as standards. Raikkonen forever. Jockey, Rush, these guys have all flown up the order. They've stayed out of the carnage. If you stay out of the carnage in a Grand Prix such as this, however, Jockey just got himself a 3-second penalty there. Not ideal there in the slightest. So Raikkonen forever. The battle for 7th is the one we're focusing on as it stands. Or battle for 8th, sorry, remember I forgot Twisted did get through. So Raikkonen forever, Became Ninja, and Bilges in the background. Oh, Became Ninja's run very wide there. That's going to compromise his line. Come back on. I think Bilges is going to be able to get the move done here on Became Ninja. But if you go Forrester there, where the hell, and that is that a rage quit? That's quite far off the track, it must be said. That's a virtual safety car. I don't know if that was a rage or not, after someone confirm that. And Became Ninja, because of this, has hit the back. But the two of them have hit each other. I don't know what's gone on there. The two of them just got a 5-second penalty. Forrester, I'm not sure if he's just totally thrown it into the wall. I need a clip of it, guys, if someone has got that. I don't currently have that, unfortunately. So the VSC has ended. We're going back racing, but that's not going to help the likes of Became Ninja, who has just, I believe, has he got wing damage? He has. It's not going to help Became Ninja. Medium tyres will go to the end, though, so it could be a bit of a blessing in disguise for him. Oh, was it not a rage? Ah, unlucky there, Forry. You know, mate, as soon as you see a car that far off, I have to question it, obviously. Here's what it is. But, mate, unlucky there, bud. You had a really, really good start. Just caught the back end of, I believe, ironically, I think it was Twister, wasn't it? You're up there fighting for second position. Unlucky there, mate. To be fair, hitting that last corner, you do I think it is curtains. Remember, Rara is still in this race as well. P13, Division 3 champion for the first season of RRF1. Cold Ninja, the first half-season champion of our previous season, of course. Currently out in front, 12.4 seconds up. And we have ourselves a little battle here between Rufio and the fast-charging Dark Mark, but we have an even faster-charging Bishadinho behind Bilges, by the way, in that man that's got past. Thank you for watching as well, Fori, otherwise that would have been... I would have kept saying that over and over again, knowing that he didn't rage. That's more knowledgeable now. VSC, unfortunately, no official safety car yet, so that is still waiting in the wings. Fori, amazingly, the first retirement this Grand Prix. Shiny Shoes still going in P16, of course, the last of the actual human player runners, with Ultra Vemons currently not there as it stands. Dark Mark then chasing down Rufio. Can Dark Mark get Rufio before his pit stop? He will be going to the soft tyres, you'd imagine, which means he has to take these another 4, 5, 6 laps if he wants to, well, sorry, bottom out 4, 5, 3 or 4 laps, you'd imagine, maybe even 5 if he wants a good 12-lap stint on the sauce. Bish is flying now. He's got himself another fastest lap, 1 minute 8.101. And King Chris gets a penalty, multiple warnings in the background there. Car's a little bit more spaced out, so we will focus now on the battle for P3 once again. Rufio chasing down Rashi, whose tyres will be past this sell-by date by now. Rufio's beginning to hit that cliff point, you'd imagine, the peak point of the hard tyre. Doing great though, Rufio, getting himself up there. Oh man, keeping that cola flying, ladies and gentlemen. There you see Shiny Shoes there, just up the road. And Became Ninja, of course, to come to pits. He's currently running in P15. Let's have a look at the gap then. So Shiny Shoes, the only lapped car as it stands at the moment. Ninja will be going to the end on those tyres. I have no doubt, barring incident. So, notable incident so far, then, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves our first time at Forest there, clipped this very curb and got spat off to that very wall. I like the flowing commentary, but Dark Mark now catching Rufio. Hardman did have a bit of an incident. We've had a couple of spinners as well, of course. Shiny Shoes at the first corner. I believe he must have had a bit of contact on the inside. Rufio got a 3-second penalty there. Some of these warnings are a little bit dubious, I'm not going to lie, but obviously 3-second penalties, we don't overturn them, only the big ones. Oh, Dark Mark very late on the brakes there. I think he caught the toe of Rufio a little bit later than what he had planned. Well, it could have been... Well, it could have been good night, Dark Mark, really, you know, putting the shutters down on Austrian Grand Prix. Rufio still on the back of Rashi. Rara has pitted again. He's coming in, he's binning off the mediums. He's going onto another set of fresh medium tyres. He wants to guarantee that he gets to the end, of course. And Forrest left session, unfortunately, mate, we'll be seeing you next week. Get yourself back in, brother. Hopefully you have yourself a better one. Round 3, which you guys, the RF1 drivers, voted Brazil. What a start to the season we've had already. We've had we had Britain, Austria and Brazil all at the start of the season. Epic stuff. Right. And that, guys, hashtag burp. Lap 21 then. Cold Ninja is absolutely scything his way for the field. If I was Cold Ninja, I'd probably pit now or next lap just so you don't get caught out in the traffic. Even though it does ghost, it is very, very off-putting. We've not actually made the official rules about cars ghosting, etc. yet, and whether they have to move out the way. To be fair, it doesn't really do much damage, and we're watching Rufio with incredible overspeed on Rashi. Will he be able to slow it down in time? He does, but Rashi has hung it around the outside. Great stuff. Rashi, of course, with possibly one of the best overtakes in RF1 history last week, ironically, on that very car. Well, the pair of them very cars. Here comes Rufio, does get the move done, and he keeps the position. Rufio up to P2, Rashi all over the back of him, P3. We've got ourselves Dark Mark. Sorry, guys, forgive me. Dark Mark in... Oh, no, sorry. They're battling for P3. Forgive me, I'm lying to you. 3rd, 4th and 5th. The final podium position. Sorry, get a little bit carried away with myself there. And we've got Bill just now beginning to catch Twisted, who is on the harder tyre. Twisted will probably be a sitting duck to everybody. Well, I'll probably say to maybe him and King Chris at the end of the race. I don't know if Chris has quite got it in him to quite get him... Oh, jeez. Quite got it in him to catch up with the hard-clad runner. And the medium tyre runners are all coming in now. Cold Ninja, you'd imagine, will be coming in next lap. He's going to be... Well, he's way out in front at the moment. Probably miles ahead in front here. Cold Ninja claiming... Just doing what he needs to. He still has to pit, though, remember. As does Rufio. Rufio will be going probably till around about lap 22, 23, you'd imagine. As Raikkonen Forever pits in. Will Raikkonen Forever stay in the points? No is the answer. Because Stocky... Oh, will he? Raikkonen Forever may just... No, I think Stocky will just get him. Or will he? Raikkonen's going to be up to speed now. There's Raikkonen forever coming out the pits. His tyres are going to be cold. He is on the soft tyres, so Raikkonen forever's just outside the points now, but Stocky's just overtook him. Raikkonen forever, you'd imagine, he's going to be flying. He's going to be really, really motoring here. Rashi's come out the pits. He is on the back of King Chris, giving King Chris something good to race down here. Bilges, look at this. This battle's now up and down the field. Jockey nearly went flying into the back of bloody Bilges there. Had such overspeed out of bollock one. Oh, Jock, just watch yourself. Oh, goodness me, they're all over each other. You would imagine he'd just wait for the opportune moment. 3 different tyre compounds, 3 different machines, 3 different potential outcomes here, we'll all imagine. Here's Jockey there. One overspeed from that final corner. Jock has the bit between his teeth. Cold Ninja comes out 2 seconds clear, and Jockey is not going to get the move done here. I don't think he's going to be able to just get it done. He runs to the inside, side by side. Great racing between the two of them, and they're going to be coming up to the back of Twisted here. I can't wait to see the outcome of this one. Jockey currently racing, as I believe that's Rashi is off. Where's Rashi gone? Oh, he's behind anyway, forgive me. Okay, it's over there, love, on the side. And Shiny Shoes ignoring blue flag. That's the problem. You've got to get out of the way. I'm not sure if he can physically see the blue flags himself. So Bilges lost out there. Dartmark overtaking his teammate King Chris. That's for 8th position became Ninja, and Hardman became Ninja. Gets past Liam Hardman. He moves himself into. Oh, he's still fighting. It's not done yet though. We've got battles up at the field. Stocky. Oh my God, they've took out the fucking. Is that the DRS board? They killed the 150 metre board. That's not ideal. Oh, Hardman. Oh dear, that was a little bit of a late break in there by Hardman. He's only gone and hindered himself. Oh goodness me, this. I know, we're crash bang wallop racing right now. Gotta watch out here. Don't look at this. Just watch Ninja. So Hardman does keep the position. Late breaking on became Ninja. Seen a couple of them incidents from Hardman, both just getting away with that one. Jockey untwisted. Shit camera angle, better from Twisted's point of view, not from his official point of view, because he's just lost out P4. Jockey is on the charge. He is going to be hauling in Bishadinho. Rufio, of course, still needs to pit. And are you fucking kidding me? Fuck is this cat doing? He's looking at the ass of his tail. Look at the prick. Fucking knobhead. Oh, sorry guys, I nearly missed the Twisted at the back there. Sorry, speaking of the back, cat tail at the back. Calm down, you dirty bastards. Rara and Skillian battling for P14, battles up and down, and amazingly, Stocky's kept the position from Raikkonen, but I don't know if he'll be able to keep it this time. Raikkonen looking a lot more racy here. Stocky, of course, looking for his first points of his RRF1 career. Is he going to be able to get the move, keep the move there? Oh, he's at the back of Stocky late break in there. Oh, he clipped the back of Raikkonen. That's so unfortunate for Stocky. Just late on the brakes. Became Ninja getting the move done on Hardman this time. Almost identical to the two of them. Cold Ninja's absolutely belting away with a 1 minute 7.0 fastest lap. Not sure if that can be beaten, ladies and gentlemen. Hardman up the inside. He's going to send it very late. And he's gone off the track. Hardman runs a bit wide there. Ninja, wily veteran manoeuvre. Gets back in front. Ninja back up to P12. Battles up and down the order. I love this part of the Grand Prix. Rara and Skillian battling a lot lower down than they'd like to, but still putting on a bit of a show here. Battle for 14th position. They are the third and second last cars. Human cars running, as you see Vemmans running down there 54 seconds down, having to unfortunately leave the lobby due to fucking connectivity bullshit is probably the way I like to put it. So Bilges keep on the back of Twisted. Jockey, literally everyone, it's almost like a Constantina effect. Colin just doing what he needs to do to win the Grand Prix, looking an absolute dead cert right now, barring any other incidents. A lot of guys down there, we're going to go stick on board with Bilges. He's keeping tabs with Twisted, not been able to make any moves so far. Rashi and Dartmark, these two old friends and rivals. Dartmark perfectly caught there. Almost, well, getting a bit too friendly with Rashi. I'm not sure how Rashi would have appreciated that one, to be fair, but there's friendship, then there's a line crossed. Became Ninja has actually caught up with Stocky. Stocky, of course, with that wing damage is absolutely what you would consider to be a stick and duck. Stocky then, and Ninja doesn't get that. And Rufio with 5-second penalty, speeding in the pit lane, absolutely wounded. Goodness me, so fucking shit that is for Rufio. He was having an absolutely faultless Grand Prix. He's going to come out way behind where he was. In fact, he's going to filter out in front of Raikkonen forever, so he's going to literally be there. Became Ninja, has to put between his teeth there, and he's got to watch out. Stocky runs wide with that wing damage. That is a move. That is opportunistic. He saw the way to get through, and in fact Rufio has come out in front of King Chris, so Rufio out a bit quicker. I don't know if it's made him serve his 5-second then, so we need to be mindful of that when we cross the line to complete the Grand Prix. Stocky then on Became Ninja. Stocky and Hardman, these two VRL compadres. I'm not sure if I think Liam has actually left VRL, but past and present VRL compadres battling each other. Became Ninja gets himself a 3-second time penalty just at the Royalty Ninja in the bottom right corner of the pan screen right there. Rauer then on the back of Hardman. Skillian get himself involved as well. This is amazing battling, and we're not even battling for fucking points here, guys. It shows the competitivity. Jockey has caught Bish right up them. It's really annoying how I want to see the gaps between these guys. We're going to have to go on hearsay. Interval, there we go. So showing Jockey now, and Jock overtakes Bish. That is a formality, you'd imagine. Will he be able to keep it on between the two white lines? He certainly does. And Bishop, what an exit from the corner! Bloody Nora! That's how you exit a fucking corner, ladies and gentlemen. Bish just flies back into P2. Caught Jockey unawares there. That was one of the best first corner exits I've ever seen. That was remarkable. Rashi then currently in P6. Rufio is going to be bombing it down towards Dark Mark now as he bombs it up towards turn 2. I'm going to go back to that battle for 12th position because this is fucking madness. Liam Harmon makes a late move out of the slipstream of Stuckey and Harmon. Oh, is that a bit of contact there? This is going to be potentially a 3 wide here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 wide. Oh, Stuckey, oh goodness me, they're still battling. Rauer misses out there. Stuckey just covers off Rauer just before he pulls alongside him. And look at Skillian has just overtaken. What's going on? They're 3 wide through the corner. Hardman loses out in just. Hardman's going to fall down. Look at that. That was nearly a 3-car overtake by Skillian. Look at this battle. All 3 of them have DRS. Hardman, watch out here. Hardman's going to watch. He's had a bit of problems with his braking so far this Grand Prix. But this time, there's a bit of a nudge there with Rauer. And look just in front. We're going to go back on TV pod there. There we go. Some better camera angle flicking off that then. Bishadino and Jock battling up there. We're going to go quickly back up there. That is a DRS manoeuvre. Bish then battling up the long straight there. Harmon, Skillian and Stuckey. Just watching, these guys are still all nose to tail then. All 4 of them, you can only see 3 dots, they're that close. And Bish has got past Jockey and he's moved back into P2. It's all happening in this Grand Prix. And Twisted has been overtaken by Bilges at some point as well. I saw that one coming, but not from that position. Jockey has sent one up the inside of Bishadino. This is the battle for P2, ladies and gentlemen. And Bilges is currently fighting Twisted with everything he has for P4. It was contact, right? Okay, thank you very much there. I had to go off that battle. There's that much going on. Rufio's done Dark Mark for P7. Bishadino and Jock are still fighting, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable battling here to close out the Austrian Grand Prix. Oh, Stuckey with a 5-second penalty. Oh, what's happened up there? Stuckey's retired. Oh, he's well off. What that could be? The dreaded safety car. He's well off the track though. Shiny Shoes penalty, speeding in the pit lane. That's multiple 5-second penalties he's got. Virtual safety car, guys. Watch your steps, guys. Watch your steps. Now they've got the VSC, the gaps are all there. I'm sure Stuckey will let us know what went on. That all was very, very, I wouldn't say messy. It was brilliant to watch, but obviously it must have been hell to drive in that. Undoubtedly, we will hear that from Stuckey's point of view. Fantastic stuff there from everybody. Unfortunately, Stuckey becomes the second casualty of war in this Austrian Grand Prix. Right, so DRS, we are going. Did anybody get caught out by the start of that VSC? I don't know that. Mr. Renault of Vemerton. Look at this. Oh, Bilges coming across, defending against Twisted. That is Red Bull versus Mercedes versus Toro Rosso. Colt Ninja with a 3-second penalty shouldn't really do much justice. He is 13 seconds up the road, barring other huge penalties. We may see some different challenges up to P15. Rara Pitts, so I'm assuming he got caught up in that melee as well. Dolby, if you can clip these for us, mate, and send them across. In fact, could you send them to PTR, mate, and Wibinator, please, matey, if you can. Once they're all uploaded to Xbox, that'll be superstar, mate. I'm not a steward for that Division C, unless it's on Facebook, and then you can send it across to me. Right then, Rashi on 8-lap-old softstick, going to be getting past this Selberdate. That's quite... Also rain then, I was about to say, what a fucking glitched up screen that was. As we see Bilges just up the road, there's the AI of Vemans. You never know, it may play a part in this Grand Prix. Yet this Rashi up the inside, he's prone to making a couple of 2-car moves. He's trying to angle it up the inside of Bilges to get himself through past Twisted. Twisted is still there. Rashi's lost the back end. Rashi, I believe, turning traction control off one of the first times. He did mention that in the pre-race build-up. So Rashi, though, losing the back end there. The culprit of having no traction control on. A real issue for him there, but he does still keep the car moving, and that brings Rufio to the dance. We've still got a 4-car battle. Bilges needs to clear Vemans ASAP, but Twisted now is the cork in the bottle for Rashi and especially Rufio. The fast judge and Raikkonen forever, and became Ninja having a battle here. This is for the final points paying position. I'll watch this for a second, guys. Became Ninja. I believe, did Raikkonen overtake him then? Oh, Raikkonen's ran wide. I just have to flip back to that quickly just to see. And Twisted is on the back of Bill. Just look at this here. 4-car battle. Here we go. Raikkonen forever clinging on for dear life for the final points pay position, but that's not where we're looking here. We're looking for the battle for P4. Blue flag for Vemon's car there. King Chris and Dark Mark not far behind. 4, a total of 7 seconds behind. Oh, look at Twisted's going up the inside. Rashi trying to find a way through too. Great camera angle there. We're going to go on board. Oh, they go through Ed Rufio. You're not going to make that move, matey. Rufio didn't pull that off, but Rashi goes around the outside of Bilges, which leaves now Twisted exposed to Rashi coming through. Rashi had a great start to the season here. Not winning races, but by God, he's putting on a show. Twisted then. Oh, Lord. Perfect amount of room given. Rashi on the soft tire. Will he be able to find a way through? No, he can't. Twisted just everything he's got. Putting everything he's got into this race at the moment. And Became Ninja has overtaken Raikkonen. That's on the DRS straight. He's going to be a little bit unhappy about that, Will Raikkonen. He needed so desperately to get that point. Penalties may change things around. I've seen both names pop up, I believe. As it stands, solo commentary, guys. We do this for an hour and 40. I want to do solos more. I'm fucking loving this. In the background, Rufio and Bilges. Bilges will be quite susceptible now to getting overtaken, should we say. Shiny Shoes still going. Don't forget 3-second penalty in the background there. Corner cut warning. Shiny Shoes will be. Oh, that's a move there by Rufio. Getting a little impatient. You just see a little impatient. Just needs to wait for the moment. He's on the softer tyre than Bilges, and there's tyres. Oh, Twisted puts it right into the perfect position to defend. He's currently in P4 and Rashi P5. We've got ourselves Bilges P6, Rufio P7. This is the one to look at Skillian on the back of Raikkonen forever now. He didn't get the move done there. Raikkonen forever holds P11 for now. Now, we don't know how penalties are going to do. Will Raikkonen forever get his first point in the new RRF1 era? Great switch back by Rufio. Caught that from Bilges' point of view. Bilges went slightly deeper than what he would have liked. And Rufio taking full advantage. Skillian then just manages to get through Raikkonen forever. I think it was a little bit of contact on the exit there, but fantastic stuff there from him. Rashi then 0.3 of a second behind RF1 Twisted. Rufio all over him now. The battle still rages on. Bilges, because of DRS and because of Twisted's old hard tyres and Rashi's old soft tyres, these guys are still all going to be there. Bilges doing a fantastic job. 19 laps on the mediums. Get ourselves switched over to a better camera angle for a turn 1 manoeuvre by Rashi. Has he gone too deep though? He's kept that perfectly. A little bit right over the curb, but 2 or 3 wheels over the curb there. But he's given up DRS again. In fact, he hasn't. He hasn't given up DRS, but Twisted has. So Rufio, and Rufio tries to get on the outside. Twisted covers it off just before he makes the move, so to speak. Here we are. So Captain Rufio's old gamer tag before he changes to Rufio 7844, bringing a bit of nostalgia there. However, though, Twisted comes out to Rufio, sent one down the inside. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? He pretty much has done. Great move. Stocky's left session, unfortunate matey. We'll be seeing you again at some point in the coming day. We'll be seeing you for Saturday for the F2 race, won't we? I'm not sure how I'm going to be streaming that, guys. I'll let you know. Did say I have a bit of a break, but I'm enjoying this way too much. Right, here we go then. So Raikkonen forever. He's currently 1 second behind Skillian. That battle seems to be done and dusted. We're going to have Rufio now catching up to the back of Rashi. Rufio seems to be the man on the mission. Cold Ninja up front, by the way, still leaves 12.8 seconds to jockey. That gap really hasn't moved much. Bishadinho, 3rd position, comfortable race here by Bish. And he's just P3, of course. He had a real big battle with Twisted. Twisted gone onto the wrong tyre here, you'd imagine. In the hards, at least the wrong tyre to compete for the top 3 positions. Right, Rufio with a mean switch back up the straight, puts himself in the perfect opportunity to strike Rashi. Will Rashi hang up the inside? He will have DRS Rashi. If he doesn't, intelligent decision making there by Rashi, he will now be able to put himself in there. Liam Hardman still going around in P13. Still grinding the race out here. We've got ourselves a battle with Twisted just behind Bilges and Darkmark. Darkmark will be very disappointed in his Grand Prix. Dropped it when he was in P2, of course, but Darkmark was Cold Ninja's biggest challenger at one stage. It was Mark, Bish and Twisted at the front of the field for a while. But of course, things don't always go away. Of course, 2D and S Forrester at the final corner got murdered. Stocky had a bit of an altercation in that 4-car battle between Skillian, Rara and Rufio, which we do have a clip from, so we'll have to send that over to the stewards for them to have a little bit of a look at and to see who will potentially get the first penalty, if any, in RF1. Short season. So Cold Ninja is currently starting his penultimate lap, currently flying around the 2nd sector now. Wyben says, "Evening, Pulse, welcome to the party, mate. I pulled off A solo stream of dreams here, my man. Mate, I've remembered that I used to do this for a living. Bilges with a 3-second penalty. That could prove costly. With only a 2.9 second gap to Dartmark, both sets of tyres will be past the sell-by date of the softs and the mediums. 13 viewers, guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. It has been a very, very interesting. We hit 25 viewers early in the stream, which is my target for this one. Thank you so much for tuning in and showing support to RRF1. Great racing league, great drivers, great people, great community, great feel, great times. Right, so Rashi then, the phoenix that rose from the ashes, RRF1, hashtag PMS2. Just for those of you who know. Right, Rashi then still trying to catch Rufio. Rufio's on the fresher tyres. I'd probably focus on Rashi if I was him, keeping Twisted behind him. But then Bill just seems to be coming back into it. There's not really many, there's no battles going on track, barring Skilling and Became Ninja. Interesting. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that. But the final lap then is now Cold Ninja's. Lights the flag. Literally lights the flag. No one got in the way of him. Had a couple of ESCs to contend with throughout the Grand Prix. Got ourselves a bit of battling going on. We'll flip back through. In a class of his own now, of course, Cold Ninja will take the lead over the lead of the championship with 26 points here today. He'll now be on 44 points for the season. Racing Point get a big boost in their points. Thrilling stuff here by Cold Ninja as he rounds Bollock 2 for the final time. Leaves the sack, goes towards the end of Sector 2. Or the end of the second to last corner. Sector 2 ended back there. Pause, wait the fuck up. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the short season, Season 4/3.5, we have Cold Ninja winning the Grand Prix. He wins the Austrian Grand Prix. Good stuff by Cold Ninja. Not quite the 1-2, or is it? Baratron crossed the line a lap down. Became Ninja and Skillian. They're both battling here, and I believe he's done it. Big Hairy Jock comes across the line. First podium of the season for Jock after a disastrous Britain. Good stuff by Jockey. Bishadinho then coming across the line. He gets across in P3. 1-3 for the Racing Point team. Good effort by them today. Nearly pulling in maximum points. Rufio P4, Rashi P5. And Rufio has been overtaken by Rashi and Twisted. They both overtook him. Bilges, of course, had that 5-second penalty in the pits. Will Dartmark get Bilges? He does, and misses out on Rufio by 0.02 of a second. King Chris, P9, and we still got a battle here for P10 here. The final points paying position. Will Raikkonen? Oh, Raikkonen's gone off. Raikkonen's fell right down. Unlucky for Raikkonen. Shiny Shoes comes across the line. Good effort for finishing the Grand Prix. MD Skillian versus Became Ninja. Skillian grabs the final point. His first point of the season also. What a manic Grand Prix. Liam Harmon comes across the line P12 and Raikkonen forever. So unfortunate for Raikkonen. Held that final points paying position for so long. Next week, Brazilian Grand Prix will where it'll need to be. What an absolutely thrilling Grand Prix this has been, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be bringing the guys in for podium interviews very, very shortly. In fact, we're going to do that now while we wait there. So, brilliant stuff. Who says you can't do a solo stream, motherfuckers? Oh, of course, fucking Ryan's changed his fucking gamer tag. Got all the way to the bottom, man. Bastard. So there you have it, guys. Our podium winners. Cole Sneaky. This is his third win of the week, by the way. Having himself a fantastic week so far. One on Tuesday night in the VRL, our partnered league. One in the Classics last night. Prick. And also one tonight in possibly the most dominant performance of the season so far. Right, so we're going to skip these podium celebrations because I'm not on them. So I've got really no need for me to do that. King Chris says China for him. I'm really trying to work out where you got the Chinese Grand Prix from. I'm assuming you have a different league or something, or you're on a different planet. Dartmark didn't get a penalty, by the way, and missed out on P6 by 200ths. So Cold Ninja claiming the victory then. Big Hairy Jock in P2. We've got Bishadinho P3, Rashi P4. Twisted in 5th position. Rufio just clinging on to 6th position. Did cross the line 4th though. Good comeback drive from Rufio. Obviously started P13. Driver of the day, guys. While we're in the podium interviews, fire across your driver of the day. My driver of the day, guys, unquestionably Big Hairy Jock. 18th to 2nd. Nice and easy. Yes, he's currently sleeping behind me, I know. Dartmark 7th, Bilges 8th, King Chris 9th, and Skillian bagging the final points paying position from Became Ninja in 10th place. Who the fuck's in my party then? Right, oh, you're all you fuckers are here. Good stuff. How come I've only seen one of you cunts join? Right, guys, include your audio. This is going to be a bit of one where people have wondered what this means. It's a hashtag PMS lockout podium. Well done, guys. Cole, Sneaky, over to you, mate. Tell us about your race, mate. From what we saw on the stream, dominant. Well, I'll be honest, we didn't see you. I didn't fucking look at you till lap 36, but but yeah, took off turn 1. Talk us through, mate. What kind of went through your mind? Did you know that was yours for the taking once Dark Marks started battling with Bish?
I knew it was my race once Dark Marks spun, but I was at the start of the race. I don't know if you've seen. I was doing a tactic where I drifted in front of Dark Mark at the start, blocked that line to give my teammate Bish the speed to come through. So like he got through on the soft. Didn't work out. He was pressuring Dark Mark with also twisted up Dark Mark as well. It just slowed him down, and I just pulled away. The tyres just got lovely around that circuit, you know.
But no, mate. Well, like I said, I did notice at the start. You'll see it off the start. We did actually catch it. Well, I say we. It's just me. I did catch it at the start. But yeah, the way you just kind of just pulled across, not so much just to block him, but just kind of really to say you're either going to go left of me or you're going to go right of me. And to be fair, mate, dominant performance. 26 points, of course, the maximum points you could pull in. Talk us about, mate, your next drive, which is going to be obviously. Brazil, of course. That's going to be next Thursday for you.
I predict the wall.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The predictions of our race winner.
I'll be honest,
but
going into that race, I've never finished Brazil in the league race.
I know. Well, no, you haven't actually finished the league race, have you, around Brazil? No, you haven't actually, from what I remember. So, mate, will you be able to change it round? We'll find out next Thursday.
I was just happy my teammate
26
got on the
points.
as well.
He did quite well, didn't he? And we'll obviously have a word of him, we'll give him his moment in a minute. 26 points, right, well done. See you potentially in Brazil. Right, second position, driver of the day in my opinion, jockey, 18th to 2nd. Keep yourself out of trouble, get your car on the track, which you know you've had a few difficulties with this season. But jockey, talk us about your race, mate, because I'm sure you've had a lot more of an exciting one than Sneaky, that's for sure.
Yeah, just in qualifying waited a wee bit too long, waiting for it to dry up. And when I went out and validated my lap, and that was me. So just starting from the back, I knew softs to mediums would work. So I just went from mediums to softs. I began run. I actually spent Liam and hairpin, I think it was. Sorry, Liam. I've got it.
Oh, right, okay. I was wondering why Liam was off the track there. Right, okay.
Yeah, it was all my fault.
No. There you go, guys. The honest approach of the jock. But no, other than that, mate, it's been a pretty unblemished race for you. I caught a lot of your moves on stream, and I'll be talking to Bishop about another move in a minute, which kind of set my blood pressure soaring during the second stint. But amazing battling. But no, Jock, 18 points, mate. I'll ask you the same question. Brazil, not had much fun around there in past RF1 races, mate. What are your hopes moving forward towards next Thursday? Yeah, kind of sums that one up there, really.
I think I'm washing my hair out, Eek.
What, all 7 hairs on there, yeah?
That's been
But
kind.
no, fantastic driver. Well, I was going to say 6, but I thought I'll go for lucky 7, mate. But no, like I said, Jock, seriously good performance. Obviously, big points for you. Big points for Alpha. And yeah, can only say that. Hopefully we'll be speaking to you again soon. Right, now, the next person on the podium, Bish. Bit of a different race for you. Obviously, found yourself the aggressive, the attacker on Dark Mark, but then kind of got yourself a bit vulnerable with Twisted. Amazing you won that battle, but I'm going to obviously get you to talk us through that amazing first corner exit that you got after Jock overtook you. Talk us through that, because your heart must have been pounding through your tip.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how I did that. I just, I went a bit to the left and I just swooped off. I didn't brake or nothing, and I hit the curve perfect. And I forgot to use my DRS, but I had so much speed. I overtook Jock anyway with my DRS, but I managed to switch on halfway up just to get a bit more speed, but oh my god. Like at the end, I knew Jock had like 9 seconds of penalties, and I fucked up a bit on through the ginger
Wow. You are allowed to swear on stream.
Yeah,
you are allowed to swear. I've been effing and blinding the whole way through.
Oh, then the ginger, the second of the ginger bollock, and I sort of went a bit wide, and and I was half a second behind, but it could have been a
I was about to say,
1-2.
it was a lot closer. It was a lot closer than what I thought. I didn't know Jock had that many penalties in fairness, so we were
Yeah.
I just forgot about penalties. I was focusing on track action. But no, mate, Twisted, of course, you managed to get the better of him. Twisted, I'm assuming he would have been up there with you if he hadn't have gone for the hard tyre. Shot himself in the foot, he'll admit that there. But guys, I will simply say, a quality race. Bish, of course, 15 points. A former podium sitter in probably one of the most controversial RF1 races, the season 1-1. Obviously, a lot of incidents during that battle, during that race.
Yeah.
Talk us through, Bish, your mindset. Of course, you have, of course, lost the championship in Brazil 2 in the past. How are you favouring the track?
I do love Brazil. That's one of my.
Apparently someone fucking likes it.
That's one of my strong.
Jesus.
That's one of my strong tracks as well. To be fair, so I'm hopefully I have a good. As long as it doesn't rain, so hopefully
Fingers
I'll
crossed,
be-
mate.
I'll
It
be
doesn't for
okay.
yourself. You managed to amass a total of 39 points racing points. That's going to put you really competitive in the combined constructors. So I will say congratulations to the top 3. And well done for everybody else that finished in points and finished in general. Anybody got any clips, guys? Send it over to PTR. That's RF1 PTR 86. Spaces between all of them. And Wybanator. Wyburn would have been on commentary, but he was under promise at the moment tonight. So of course he did miss out on the. I'm not sure if I
Getting
want to
his
say that,
money
but
back.
fuck it. Yeah, that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow night, Pete, and I believe it's Pete Skillion, isn't it? I believe doing the trial race tomorrow night. If not, it'll be Pete and somebody else doing the new driver trial. I'm not sure if you guys want to see what assists I run. There you go. Just revealing myself to be a noob. There you go. But then obviously you got F2. I wasn't actually going to do Saturday, but do you know what, mate? After doing that, I feel fucking buzzing. I will let you know who gets Saturday. At the moment, it's sneaky, but obviously if I'm here to do it, I'll do it. But so it'll be one of us 2 anyway. Oh no, I'll press the middle button. But thank you to everybody watching tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the existing viewers, and just commiserations, of course, to the guys that didn't finish, Stocky and Forry. Have yourselves a very, very lovely evening, ladies and gentlemen. From everyone here at RF1, goodbye for now.